Hey everyone, welcome back to Steel Donut Collective, and welcome back to Fate. I'm Connor.
Fate.
With us today is Blake
Hey everyone.
and Yella.
Good day.
And at the start, it's just the three of us. We hope to get Matt in here as well.
Yeah, Bob is feeling a little under the weather today, so send up a prayer, but I'm sure he'll be fine. He's just a little out of it.
Right. So this time we'll be starting on Chapter 8, Meeting Vanish. And last time there was a big brony family dinner at Clayton's place, but then Lucy showed up with her date Discord. There was some family drama. Clayton got thoroughly owned, and then he ran up to his room and also pretty much ran away. Like, he snuck out, talked with Lucy a bit, gave her back this like commemorative pony she knitted for him a while ago, and then took off on
sure
the
to
chopper.
leave. Yeah, making sure to leave on the motorcycle she gave him early.
And so along with all that, then all the bad guys were watching this, play out over the recording the camera or whatever, and Vanish was like, hey, now that kid is alone, I'm gonna go fight him. So that's gonna be an epic battle.
Yeah, the memes are gonna be flying super fast in the chat. Nuts to butts is gonna be going.
Right. So here we are with Chapter 8, Meeting Vanish.
Oh no.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash was standing in front of Clayton's door waiting for him to open it.
Clayton, please come out.
There was no response.
Or punctuation. Oh, sorry. Please. You can't believe what your sister said about you. It's not true. You're awesome and successful in your own way. Please come out.
Why?
In your own way.
Yeah, if you look at it like this, you're successful. Also, Legendary Crypto, the definitive reason you suck speech. I made this, which is the speech.
Yeah, you should all check.
Oh God, right? I remember that.
One. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, that's a good abridgment of the speech.
Yeah.
She said as she knocked on his door, there was still no response. Everyone then came upstairs to see about him. Twilight looked at Rainbow Dash.
God, that's a full ass landing upstairs right now. Like, dang.
Yeah.
I guess I can be Bob and Yella can be Matt until Matt shows up, and then
Yeah.
just figure out. Hey, how is he doing? Asked.
Oh no, Ask. Who are you? What?
That's Twilight's nickname.
Yeah.
Oh, Twilight.
Hey,
You can
Ask.
call me. My friends call me Ask.
Yeah. Every oh, right away. Rainbow Dash sighed.
I can't get him to come out of his room.
She then laid her head on the door and tried to listen if she could hear him on the other side of the door. She listened for about 2 minutes and didn't hear anything.
So everybody, because everyone is upstairs, everybody's just standing there for 2 minutes, dead quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Hold on, I need more time. But
Yeah.
it's been 1 minute. I'm sure you would have heard him by now. No. Give me more time.
It's like cracking a safe, you know?
I mean, it's like how you have to wait 24 hours before you can report someone is missing. You gotta listen
Right.
for 2 minutes before you're certain they're not in a room.
Yeah. Fluttershy then looked at Dylan. Oh my, I hope that Clayton is all right, she said as Dylan then held her hand. She then looked at Dylan, who then turned
Whoa.
God.
to her.
She looked at him
How
and then
is-
had to look at him again.
And then he turned to her as well.
He'll be okay. He just needs to cool off for a bit. I just hope that my cousin doesn't do anything stupid in there.
Like what?
What do you think it's
his
gonna do?
room. Yeah, what?
It's like the opening of Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah, I'm thinking of something a little dark, but
Yeah, no,
that has to be what they mean. Otherwise, like, it's a room. What
Yeah.
can you do in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Auto blank asphyxiation. He said as Max then walked up to the door and looked at Rainbow Dash. Rainbow
sorry.
Dash, maybe you should let me try to see if I could give it a try.
Let me try to have an attempt.
Whoa.
Let me try to try.
Yeah.
Yeah, God. Let me attempt to try.
Because if you give me a chance, we could take a chance. This is our chance. It's such a romantic song. She then nodded at him as she backed away from the door, as Max then knocked on the door.
Oh.
Max, you're a real hero.
That's a beautiful sentence. As Max then knocked on the door.
Yes, as Yoda once said, try or try.
try.
There is no try.
Yeah.
Like a YouTube poop. Come on, Clayton. Please open the door. We're really worried about you. Max said as he also didn't get a response from the other side of the door. Or Clayton. Applejack then tapped on Max's shoulder as he turned to her. Yay, Applejack? I reckon I might have an idea how to get the door open so we can talk to him.
Have you even tried opening it yet? Like, is it locked? We don't know.
No one's even, like, tried the handle.
Yeah. Hell. What she had said then made Corey, Jack, Sam, and Dylan their eyes widen as Jack then stood in front of her.
And no, we didn't miss a line. The author just decided not to write one.
Just for some reason, this bit of dialogue isn't spelled out. Okay.
And then just...
I'll take Jack and Pinkie Pie.
let's do
So, Applejack, no way are you kicking down this door.
He said to her as she then frowned at him. Why in the hay not? We need to talk to him. We can't have him feeling sad just because of what his older sister said about him. We're his family, and family must stick together. She finished.
You met him 2 days ago.
What she said was true. They needed to comfort Clayton.
Right.
Yeah, needed to. And they all wanted to help him no matter
imperative.
what. Yeah, doors be damned.
Still, the idea is still there. You can still try the handle first.
Yeah, Jack then stepped aside from her as Applejack then took off her bracelet, transforming her back into her pony form. She then turned over, facing her flank at the door, and lifted her back hoofs up and bucked the door down.
Wow, I was going to say because, yeah, she'll have so much more strength as a knee-high pony than as a human-sized human, but I guess she did.
I mean,
Yeah,
horses can kick. That is like part of the mythology of horses.
right.
And part of the mythology of My Little Pony is that the Earth ponies can kick, like, they've got kicks for days.
I guess so, yeah.
So she's got like a super fucking kick. She's got like a Drax level kick your car down the road kick.
Damn.
I guess so, yeah.
Card in the corner. Uh, as soon as the door swung open, I thought it got knocked down. I bucked the door open, okay. As soon as the door swung open, they all poked their heads into the room. They were all shocked to see that Clayton wasn't in his room.
Oh, no.
That
Rainbow
might
Dash-
explain the 2 minutes of silence.
Yeah. Rainbow Dash ran inside and looked all over the room for him, but couldn't find one trace of him anywhere.
How can you not
he
find
was-
any trace of him in his room? It's full of his traces. What are you on
Guys,
about?
No, I was just playing hide and seek. You found me under the
Gotcha.
laundry pile.
It's like in Spider-Man, just they look up and he's on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they couldn't find one trace of him. She then fell to her knees and started to cry. As the tears walked over to her side to comfort their friend, the boys all looked around the room to see if they could find their brony brother.
Oh, man.
Brony brother.
Your tears don't fall, they crash
Crash
around me.
Damn.
Sam then turned and looked at the open window. Guys, he said, making everyone look at him. He then pointed to the window. I think I know where he went.
12.
Never where, always were.
Always were.
11. Wait, no. Like 10 people and one horse in here, and no one could notice the window.
10 people, one horse. Good God. Soon everyone then turned to what Sam was pointing at. Let me read that again. Soon everyone then turned to what Sam was pointing at and saw that Clayton's window was open. I think there's about like 5 or 6 or 8 unnecessary words in there.
It feels like it's just taking like 5 years at this point. Like they're in this room for like a good 5 days before they finally know. I don't know.
Right.
The way this is written, it just makes it feel like it goes by so
Clayton
slow.
has
There's
now
also a lot of
gotten-
extra words.
Clayton's now gotten like a 20-minute head start by this point.
Like Clayton at this point is like on the other side of the country.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, the other side of the universe. They all then
Clayton's
freaked out.
already on Equestria at this point.
They all then freaked out as they then ran downstairs to Clayton's parents and Luna, who was now in pony form, sure, who were all cleaning up the table.
Ah, yes. Let me go into the form without hands to clean the table.
Yeah, and she's bigger, so I guess she's like the size of like a Labrador.
Or maybe the size of an actual pony. Who knows?
Wait, why the hell did she turn into her pony form to clean the table?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Maybe she's more comfortable because that's her normal form.
guess
I
so.
mean, she is the sister of a goddess, so I
mean,
guess
keep
she
in
has
mind-
magic stuff.
Because keep in mind, even with Drax, like, his pony form was way better than his human form. Well, I mean, his human form in Equestria was like jacked, if you remember.
Right.
But like, even though he got to finally be a pony, a dragon pony, he still wanted to be human. Just because I guess he was human before. Didn't want to lose that. So, she doesn't want to lose herself in this human world.
Right. I suppose that
Yeah.
makes about as much sense as anything.
She doesn't want to lose herself in the moment.
Yeah.
You want it, you never let it go. Yeah.
Yeah, mom spaghetti. Yeah, cleaning it up off the table. Corey shouted,
Oh, sorry. We got a problem.
both of Clayton's parents and Luna looked at him as Luna placed the plates down with her magic.
Okay, she is using her magic. Okay.
What's the problem? Luna asked Corey. Max then spoke. It's Clayton. He's gone.
I didn't
Hearing
ask
this-
you.
Hearing this made Luna's eyes widen. What? He's
What?
gone? What? He's gone? No, well, what? He's gone. But how?
Yeah.
God, the punctuation is so awkward.
We think that he might have got out through his window.
How else?
He defenestrated himself. Oh no.
How else would he have gotten out?
Clayton's mother then fainted as the words left his mouth. Her husband picked her up in his arms, so with his fucking toes, and turned to the group.
I'll be the dad. I haven't gotten to do a good dad voice. Haha, son, this is not good. He hasn't done this in a long time.
Man, I can't wait for you to have kids, Connor, and talk in that voice all the time.
Ugh.
I just love how the way this is written. It's like he is very nonplussed about his wife just fainting, and he just very casually just picks her up and is like, "This is bad, guys.
Well, he said he
This
hadn't
is
done
a
this in a
bad
long
thing."
time, so he knows that it'll be all right because it's happened before, I guess.
I guess, I suppose, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that troublemaker Clayton would always run away until like a long time ago.
I mean, maybe
So
Stannis. Maybe that is what happened.
turn him into a pile of bones.
Oh,
They should have really looked for bones. They looked for traces of Clayton, but they didn't look for bones of Clayton.
Yeah. So he said, Twilight then stood in front of the group. Do you think you might know where he might have went?
I might know where possibly might have made of. Maybe might.
mate of a new
Mate.
word.
He nodded inside.
Wait. Oh,
This is
okay,
Dad.
sorry. I thought it was Max for some reason. Yes, I do. Whenever his sister always made him cry, he would always go out to the forest at Hunter Avenue. He always went there to blow off steam.
Okay, so he always went there. He's done this since he was a young child. Now listen to this next part. He finished. How far is it from the house?
46 miles from here.
Pardon?
So
Okay,
when he
hold
was
on.
a little kid, he would run fucking 46 miles away
46
from home.
miles
Yeah.
to kilometers. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
74
I'm
kilometers.
gonna go to my secret spot, which is across the whole city.
What the fuck?
46
Damn it.
fucking miles.
Oh my
74 kilometers. Holy
Well, to
shit.
be fair, every time I stub my toe, I take a flight over to Connor's house and
Yeah.
have him take a look at it.
Yeah.
Do you think I broke
Yeah.
it, Connor? It really hurts.
Connor, do you
Blake,
think
we
this is
probably do
fine?
this over webcam.
Yeah, no, I'll just wrap it up and get you a flight
You could
back.
have taken a picture, sent me a text.
This could have
Did
been
you,
an email.
Did you
This
get
could
an
have been
extra
an
bag
email,
of
yeah.
peanuts for me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
Oh my
then looked
God.
at each other as everyone's speechless.
Yeah.
Everyone then looked at each other.
Blake schedules a round trip flight. The flight, arrives where I am at like 1 p.m. and then, the next one departs at 2 p.m.
Yeah, it's a real in and out procedure. So Ravenous then spoke up.
I'm gonna go find him.
Fluttershy then placed her hand on her shoulder. No, we'll all go with you. Remember, he is our family and won't let you do it alone.
He won't let you do it alone. Finding him, that is.
Rainbow Dash closes her eyes. Oh, tense change and thinks. It was true what Fluttershy said. They were a family, and no matter what, nobody leaves anyone behind. That's a kind of
She has to take a moment to take this, this idea in. So like properly.
Someone in the chat above
process it.
asked like, "What is this, Fast and the Furious?" And I'm starting to agree with them.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah, that
Family is
meme
the most
is
important.
perfect. The existential dread that he wasted just like Clayton.
Look at him go.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, it's true. They are family. She then opened her eyes and nodded at her. Everyone then walked over to the door and went to their cars, except Rainbow Dash, who took off her bracelet and changed into her pony form. Rarity then looked at her as she got inside Corey's car.
I just like the way this is written. Makes it sound like everybody has a car,
yeah,
including the ponies. They have cars. Because it's especially because everyone went to their cars except for Rainbow Dash. She didn't go to her car. Instead, she
Right.
did this other thing. Darling, whatever are you doing?
Rainbow Dash started doing wing push-ups as she
Oh
then
no,
turned
that's
to
a
her.
mental image I don't like.
Yeah, that's the most cursed exercise.
Is that a
Oh,
thing
God.
she ever does in the show? Like,
I'm happy to
I-
say I don't remember.
I feel like if they were to make any of the ponies do push-ups, even like the ones with wings, they would just have them do with the forelegs.
Yeah, I can't imagine this.
Wing
Yeah,
push-ups.
God.
It's like the dick push-ups in Tenacious D.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Oh,
they do
no.
exist in the show. We should. Yeah, I had a feeling.
I don't like the idea of them.
No.
Maybe it looks less weird than how I'm imagining it, but fuck.
So I'm gonna go find Clayton.
But darling, you don't know your way around this world. How are you going to find him?
Damn, it's so true.
Yeah, I mean,
Rainbow
it
Dash.
just said 46 miles. Didn't say like northeast, southwest.
Ugh.
As I say, and that screen cap makes them look like weird, like gloopy nipple
What
push-ups.
the?
Ugh.
That looks
That's-
horrible.
Yeah.
No. Fuck.
I'm gonna have to sentence you for
Please.
crimes against the eyes.
I hate this
Oh,
fucking show.
that's a fair response to seeing that.
I mean, yeah, there's a
Christmas.
lot else going on in that screenshot. If you think about
But
it.
I
don't
Yeah,
wanna
actually,
think
if you
about
look outside of Fluttershy, it gets more and more horrifying, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was distracted by the horror that was her.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Holy shit.
Rugrats, they say, look, there's a show for you.
Yeah.
Just watch that. Okay, whew, I
God
need to recover
damn.
from that. I need to return to my comfort zone, which is Fate. Rainbow Dash then stopped what she was doing and froze. It was true she didn't know her way around Earth, nor would she be able to find which way the forest was at. She then lowered her head as her ears flopped down. Dylan then walked over to her as he finished helping Fluttershy into her seat. Gosh.
What?
You know, maybe if you guys didn't infantilize her, she would be better at life.
Maybe.
He keeled down to her as
Oh no.
Keel Hall.
and she looked at he's like hanging from a rope.
He just keeled over and died.
Because when you keel haul someone, you know, they would tie a rope around your feet and like swing you over the side of the ship.
Yeah, and just drag you along the keel. You're being hauled across the keel.
And it would shred your back to pieces because there were barnacles.
Yes.
And then you would usually die, and if you didn't, you would be very, very much in pain.
That is why sailors always said, "We have fun here," talking about their boat.
In the Navy.
Yeah.
He keeled down to her as she looked up at him with her sad red eyes. He then placed his hand on her head and messed up her hair as she moved his hand off her head, chuckling a bit as he smiled at her. Don't give a fuck.
Though I like fuck. That's just it's
Do
just
that.
pinging off my brain.
Don't
Like,
worry,
I don't even
Rainbow.
know what that means.
And then, don't worry, Rainbow Dash. We're gonna find him. That we promise you. He said. I guess it was Dylan. He said as she then smiled more at him as he got to his feet and waved his hand for her to get into his Ford Mustang.
Oh
yeah.
man.
She flew
Hell
over
yeah.
to the car as he opened the back door for her to get inside. Back door?
Of a back door of a Ford Mustang. What?
Mustang is a coupe.
You could have picked so many other cars. What?
That have back doors. Oh my god.
Come on, Rainbow Dash, we have to go. Okay, let me fold the front seat forward and push it forward so that is there even a back seat in a Ford Mustang? So that you can squeeze in and get in the back.
God. Yeah, there probably is a back seat, but there's definitely not a back door.
Yeah.
I'm 100% positive on that. She flew over to the car as he opened the back door. As he closed the door and got into the other driver's seat and turned the car on, he then drove from the sidewalk in front of Sam.
Is Sam in a car?
Everyone's in their cars.
Oh, okay, sure.
He poked his head out to face them. This is still Dylan.
Yeah, it's still Dylan.
Okay, guys, just follow me. I know where the forest is. Just make sure to keep following me, all right?
Don't
Don't get
follow
lost.
me. Objective, follow Dylan.
Yeah, it just pops up in the top right corner of the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The other boys then gave him a thumbs up as they all then drove out of the small area and onto the highway.
Oh,
They all gave it a like.
wait. I guess Clayton's house has like an entrance ramp onto the highway.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Weird.
The forest. Clayton was sitting next to a tree with his katana next to his side. He was looking at the sky deep in thought as the words of his sister started to come up, puking them. And then, echo voice.
Yeah.
Good.
No, you're worse than that. You're a disgrace to this family, a virus to our aunt, and a disappointment to me. Why can't you act more like an 18-year-old? Why can't you get any good grades in your classes when you were in community collage? Why can't you get a job? Why can't you quit wasting your life sitting around on your ass? Why can't you stop hanging out with these poor people and get some real friends? Why can't you do anything right for once? Why can't you be more like me?
God, I still
Damn.
don't know what a virus to our aunt means.
Yeah.
Is that a
Hearing those
cultural thing?
No?
hearing those words again made him hearing those words again made him mad. He tried to
Oh,
shake the words
no.
out of his head, but they only kept coming back.
Oh
Clayton then
no.
held his head down in sadness. As he
It's
looked at
like
the
an
ground, he then
earworm.
heard footsteps in the grass. He still was looking down at the grass as he then glanced up at what the noise was. Get to the
What?
point.
you have
He
to be
then
looking
saw a
down
man who looked like
to
he was in
glance
his
up, yeah.
teens. Wait, he then saw a man who looked like he was in his teens. What?
A man in his teens.
He saw
You mean
he
a
saw a
teen
little
in his
boy
teens.
man.
The eight,
And a big man, and
it
a
really
teenage
ages
man.
you, you know? I'm physically
Yeah.
16, but I look 46.
Yeah. As the man then stood over him a bit.
A bit.
A little bit.
High school never
Well,
ends. CKD is right. High school
Yeah.
never ends.
yeah, no, true. Also, yeah, that is, you know what, that's fair. That is what a JoJo's character is. Most of them. A lot of them.
All right,
A number
sick.
of them.
You're about to get a sick showdown, an anime fight between Yell and Connor.
Oh,
here.
shit.
Yeah.
Well. What a wuss.
He said in a dark tone. Clayton then looked up at the person.
For like the third time. And you are?
The boy smirked.
My name is Vanish, and I'm here to deliver a message to you.
Clayton then raised an eyebrow at him.
What kind of message?
He got collage wrong. Why couldn't he get message wrong as massage?
Oh, dude, that would have been great. Let me see here. Oh, yes, here it is.
He then pulled out a machete, which was the same length as his katana. I see
That's
your
a
Schwartz is as big
big-ass
as mine.
machete. What the fuck?
That's an
Yeah, your
entire
Schwartz
like
is as big as mine.
table full of metal as the blade.
Yeah, like machetes have pretty, like, oh my god. Oh my god. That's like a two-hander almost. And like,
He essentially has like Cloud Sword.
yeah, he has
Yeah.
a Buster Sword, basically. I'm here to send you the message of death.
He said as he then raised
I
his
have a
weapon and
message. I have a message here from Herald Death Esquire.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here we go. Sick fight. He said as he then raised his weapon and swung down at him. Clayton dogged his attack and rolled behind Vanish as he then kicked him, falling
Oh,
over
yeah.
face first.
Turn on your like
Dude.
Inuyasha OST soundtrack or something. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hey Connor, remember when you like kicked somebody and then fell flat on your face?
Right. That was right after I dogged the attack.
As he started to get up, he looked over at Clayton, who had his eyes closed at him. Vanish grinned at him.
Oh, I guess this is Vanish. You know, I'm gonna beat you in a few seconds.
Clayton then pulled his katana off of his back and held it in front of his face. As he then opened his eyes, he slowly started to pull out his weapon from its
He's
sheath.
doing
Literally
the
Samurai Jack.
the cool slow unsheath.
He's
like,
doing the fucking Samurai Jack.
Also,
which
it
is
was
awesome.
next to him. Also, it
No,
was
I-
next to him on the ground before. Remember
Yeah.
that. It teleported onto his back.
Yeah, teleport on his back. I don't blame him for doing the Samurai Jack, because if you had the chance
It's
to sword
cool
fight
move.
someone, you would do it, because it's the coolest thing to do.
It's a cool move. I'm not dissing that. I'm just saying he's doing it.
Yeah, as he started to get up, he looked over at Clayton, who had his eyes closed at him. Oh, I already read that. As Clayton slowly pulled out his weapon, he grinned at Vanish.
Just who the hey do you think I am?
Deep sigh.
It's kind of makes sense here, at least. He said to him as he
Sort
then
of,
had
yeah.
his katana at his side at the ready. Vanish responded to his words.
That's where you
Sorry.
lost. Clayton got you to engage on his level. You lose.
Oh no! Oh no, Vanish, you fool! I think you're a fool for trying to take me on.
he said as he then charged at him. Clayton then showed off his cocky grin at him as he then charged at him.
God.
Let me demonstrate my cocky grin to you.
Sorry. Well, the one thing that you should know about me is I never run from my enemies.
He said as they then clashed their blades together, smiling at each other darkly.
Damn.
No. With the bloodlust that the fighting blood be flowing.
Yeah. Highway.
Yeah, the sexual
right.
tension is flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, this is so fun.
Pinkie Pie said as she was bouncing in her seat, now back to her pony self. Jack looked
That
at
sounds unsafe.
Yay, Pinky, it is. But remember that we're here to find Clayton.
he said to her as she then bounced into his lap.
That's even...
Wear a seatbelt.
Yeah,
Please put your pony in, like, a baby seat, I guess.
Okie dokie.
She said as she then hugged him. As she held onto him, she then started to move her hoofs on his chest a bit. Jack blushed at what she was doing and glanced down at her and up at the road.
Yella, I'm going to hear when you remember what this scene is. I'm just telling you right now.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me very afraid.
Pinkie Pie,
Jack said.
what are you doing?
Pinkie Pie still kept moving her hoofs on his chest as she then moved one of her hoofs down to his pants.
What?
She then looked down at his pants as she then poked at his pants with her hoof. Jack started to blush even more as he then started to let his hair grow on his head. Pinkie Pie titled her head a bit at this. She remembered Twilight telling her about the human body and a book of myths. Not really paid any real attention to it. Book of myths. She was studying the Greek, how the Greeks appreciated the male form.
Yeah.
I repressed this memory. I repressed it on purpose.
She leaned down and used her teeth to open the zipper on Jack's pants while he was still driving. Jack was now bright red as he heard his zipper go down. Hey, nothing dirty is going on. Trust me, you'll see.
Pinky, I really don't think that it's a good idea for you to be in the mood while I'm trying.
He stopped his sentence as she was balls deep in. I'm sorry. He stopped his sentence as she then felt Pinkie Pie's mouth over his popsicle. See, in his pocket was a popsicle. You know, like how Gary the snail was looking for Patrick's cookie in the popsicle. And so she was just going for that. And his pants were tight, so we read a story called Tight Jeans, so she had to go through the fly just to get to the popsicle.
Right.
That was not melting in his pocket.
I want you guys to know that from the moment I remembered what this was, I put my hands over my eyes and I haven't opened them yet. I'm afraid. I don't dare to.
Yeah. And all jokes aside, all censorship aside, this is a really odd thing to be doing while going
This
to
is
stay
like
with your
really
friends.
bad time, Pinkie
Fucking timing.
It's the worst timing.
You're
Like, the
trying
only
to-
thing could be worse is if it was like, Pinky, we're on our way to a funeral.
Yeah, you're trying to find your friend who ran away, and it's like, oh boy, time for Roadhead.
Yeah, time for a little snack. Let's see. She then started to bob her head up and down, really, eating that popsicle, as Jack was moaning about it. Because he was upset about his popsicle being taken.
Yeah, poor guy. He was saving that for later.
Pinkie Pie.
He said, as he then saw the others get off on exit 99. No comment. I guess their ponies were a little bit quicker on the draw. Or they were quicker on the draw. He followed them as he was gritting his teeth, trying not to pull over and let his hunger take over for the popsicle. He then glanced at Pinkie Pie, who was still doing her taxes. She's moved on.
More important.
He then leaned back a bit in the driver's seat.
I could feel the heat coming off the road. It's a hot day tonight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really hope that we find Clayton soon.
He thought to himself.
Like Scoob.
After that, we can go and get me a new popsicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Inexplicably, that happened.
Well, let me just, for no particular reason, make sure I scroll down in my document far enough that none of that is on
Yeah,
screen anymore.
haha.
Yeah,
Let's forget that happened and get back to the fight scene.
yeah, Yella hates doing his taxes. Yeah, that was also in the middle of a fight scene. It wasn't even good timing
Well,
for
actually,
us.
I mean, doing taxes over here isn't the most difficult thing, so you know what, that's fine. It's just I don't need to think about, a non-existent creature like a horse doing something as mundane as taxes. Like, come
Oh
on, that's
God, yeah, she went back into her pony form.
Well, yeah,
yes.
how else would she
Oh
fit into
fuck.
his lap? She was tiny. Remember her hoofs on his chest?
I'm going to forget
You
now
have
about
the
those hoofs.
ability. You have a human form. You got an out to have any explicit stuff be normal, and yet you
You did
decided
this.
to not make it.
Well, no, Pinkie Pie decided to. She's the one in control here. Also, CKD, that is
Okay.
exactly right. That is exactly right. That couldn't be more right. That might be the most right thing I've ever seen.
You know what? I think, okay, take that, then repeat that top part. Like, give us another one of Tom and the dog fighting, and instead of Clayton and Vanish, have it be like Pinkie Pie and Jack's dick, so that both of those are happening at the same
It's
time. And then we're
popsicle,
watching
please.
both of those.
Yeah, popsicle, correct. Yeah,
Right.
his popsicle.
Yeah, the forest. Clayton and Vanish were still clashing their swords at each other, gritting their teeth as they fought. Vanish then slashed at Clayton's chest, making a large scar while he does heal quickly.
Oh yeah, I mean that's scarred over and like that.
Yeah, that's why like a bullet, it only like slightly slows him down.
Right.
A slash just heals
I mean,
right
did it
away.
even slow him down like at all?
Yeah, maybe not. Clayton ignored the wound, like he
Yeah.
doesn't even give a care, as he then cut Vanish's arm, ripping off a piece of his skin in the process.
Oh,
Vanish then growled at him as he
also,
kept
holy
clashing
shit,
with
that's a
Clayton.
hold on, that is a very poorly maintained katana. If it rips something off, like that's some jagged ass shit.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah.
I guess I'm glad he didn't cut Vanish's arm off, but yeah,
Yeah,
that
this
means
giant-
he was so precise. He just yeah,
Yeah, his
slashed
gi-
him
his
just
gi-
enough to rip off a little bit of skin.
Yeah, just a little. Vanish then growled at him as he kept
It's
clashing
just a
with Clayton,
flesh
making
wound,
his
but
swings
literally.
harder as his katana with his machete.
As hit as his katana with his machete.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, so keep in mind, 46 miles, they're driving in cars, one of which is like a sports car, and they're
Right.
worried, so they're probably speeding.
It's been 3 hours.
Vanish, say this.
Sorry. This is not this is not possible. It's been over 3 hours and I still haven't killed him yet.
Oh my god.
Is he really that strong?
So yeah, like this 46-mile drive should
3
take like on the
hours.
highway. On the highway, they should have been there in like 30 minutes.
No, it's been a 3-hour fight scene so far.
Yeah, and like,
Incredible.
and they've
I
been
guess there was
driving.
there was like a lot of highway maintenance going on, so driving was very
They
slow.
took the literal slowest path.
Yeah,
Well, you see, what they did is they decided to, take the scenic route.
Right.
yeah.
Take in the surrounding area.
Yeah.
Around the world in 80 days. Yeah, 3
Around-
hours
Oh
later.
my god, literally.
Yeah. He thought as he was caught off guard for a minute. Clayton took that as his opportunity to attack him.
Opportunity.
Yes.
He slashed upward at Vanish, making a large cut onto his leg. Vanish groaned in pain as he kneeled down. As he looked up at Clayton, he saw a small smile on his face.
Small smile.
Smile. Okay. Never underestimate your enemies, no matter what they look like.
Jeez, he's even dissing himself now.
Yeah,
Yeah, like that's a
what
fucking
does that
self-burn,
mean?
dude. What the fuck?
Even if they look like, complete, like complete dumb fucks like me. He said to him. Vanish only chuckled at this.
True, you're right, and you're left, and down the road, I suppose, about that. But you just got lucky this one time.
God, CK.
Oh,
I
Oh no.
love it, but I hate it.
I only hate it. I don't love it at all.
I don't care. I love it.
I don't like it. I love it, love it, love it.
What?
Um,
Yeah.
we got a million, folks. We'll be here like all night. Um, he
You just
said
gotta
to him,
look this
Vanish
up
only
again.
chuckled at this.
And
Yeah.
then Yellow said that, so. Oh, really now?
Yeah, really.
Great
Whoa,
conversation.
that's an actual yeah. Guy, that's an actual yeah. That's
Well, yeah,
not
'cause
a
only-
yay.
Well, yeah,
Only Brony heroes.
Yeah, Clayton and his brony bros use yay, but these dumb bad
Oh.
guys aren't cool
These
enough.
evil people are using the correct word. Like some kind of evil show-offs.
Never underestimate people who failed community collage.
Right.
Damn.
Clayton then held his katana to his side.
Then consider this as me being lucky, Vanish.
He then swung his katana at the side of his face, cutting his left cheek open. Vanish then fell to the ground, writhing in pain, as Clayton put his katana back into it is sheath on his back.
Why didn't you remove his eye?
Vanish then looked at him, glaring.
I think getting a cut on the cheek is probably one of the least painful injuries you could sustain in a sword fight.
Yeah, he gave him a cut just to his chin.
Right.
Vanish then looked at him, glaring, yeah.
You brat. I will get you for that.
Clayton then picked up his machete and turned to Vanish, who was still on the ground, holding his cheek. His eyes then started to widen as Clayton then raised up his left arm. As he then closed his eyes, waiting for his death, he then heard the blade come down. As he slowly opened his eyes, he saw his machete was stuck into the ground next to his side. He looked at his blade, then looked up at Clayton, who had his back turned with his arms crossed. Oh, super anime.
You're giving him the
Oh,
rare Akuma.
dude.
Yeah, look, it's
look
straight
at
up the Akuma, yeah.
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 Goki.
He just did fucking what is it called? Demon something.
Who would win,
Whatever.
Clayton or Terence? That's like, I don't know, man. That's like Goku versus Superman. Like, nobody knows.
There is no answer.
Yeah.
The answer is
Vanish.
like he and Staps and like Terence all get into a fight. It's a complete stalemate, and then Staps says, "I never thought I'd have to do this." Pulls out the knife.
Oh, dude.
Oh my god.
He would though. He would.
It's
have
like
to.
when Oro and Akuma, you know, sticking with Street Fighter, they fight, and Oro's like, "Shit, I actually have to use my
My
more than
other
one
arm.
Yeah,
I actually have to use both arms. What the fuck?
you're like the only guy who
I'm
ever had to do
Don't
this.
make me
With.
use both arms.
Yeah. It would be a battle too close to call. Or whatever.
Whoever wins, we win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fought many of times and neither of them has ever lost.
And Max Vincent arrests them all.
Fuck. Okay. Why? Ellipsis period. Why didn't you finish me off?
Oh wait, I for a second I thought we jumped back to Pinkie Pie and Jack. Sorry.
Why would you even think that?
He asked him. Clayton turned to him with his arms still crossed.
Because I know that you can do better.
What? What do you mean?
I mean that
Oh, sorry, I should read my line.
Yeah, go ahead. Read your line, Yellow.
Yeah, sorry. What do you mean?
I mean that I know, Van, you can do better the next time that we meet.
Okay, that explains nothing more
Yeah.
than before.
The line was a little bit cooler before you had to try to explain it and did a really bad job at that.
Yep.
Vanish snickered at his words.
I prefer to Mars bar at people's words, but okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. The next time that we meet, you'll be dead. Beforehand? Like what?
Yes.
Clayton only smiled.
Oh, nothing else.
Yeah, you'll come to my funeral the next time you see me. And that is something that I will be looking forward to one day with you.
Oh, that's romantic.
I don't want to wait for our life to be over to fight you with my evil machete. There we go.
No.
Vanish then got to his feet.
Well, it doesn't matter, really. We are already going after the one thing that you all left behind.
Clayton tilted his head at him.
I just have a question mark above my head. I don't know what the fuck that means.
What are you getting at?
Good question. You will see soon enough.
Well, it would have been a question if there was a question mark.
All right.
Before he could respond to his comment, they both heard the sound of cars pulling up. Clayton turned to see his friends get out of their car doors and run to him.
Oh my God.
Rainbow Dash flew straight at him, knocking him down as she then hugged and kissed him.
Get out of the car doors.
She's doing her texts.
Clayton! Oh, I'm so happy you're okay.
Oh man, so I got really distracted by that Power Ranger whose mask is an emo fringe.
Yeah?
Damn, that's the coolest Power Ranger. You know.
Holy shit, that's a really good gift. That's a really fucking good gift.
Oh man, that's super cool. She said as she kissed his cheek. His friends all stood near him as he got up holding his favorite cyan pony. As he turned to face Vanish, he saw that he was gone.
Oh. What the?
God.
Where is he?
Rarity looked at him puzzled.
Where is who, darling?
He turned to her.
Vanished. He was right there a minute ago. Sorry, I saw it.
So here's-
Hey guys, Matt's here at last. Sorry I'm
my
so late,
boy.
everybody. But they work burned down as soon as I got home from lunch. I haven't even gotten to eat yet, so let me
Damn.
get the document up and I will join you all. Hi, chat.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah,
I'm
Matt.
in response to the earlier beautiful Power Rangers gif. Let me raise my own question mark gif that I have for question mark purposes.
It's really powerful. Oh, and it just.
Gotta find the
So good.
doc here. I remember what I called it.
Yeah, well,
Take
you
your
do
time.
that.
Yeah, you
We'll
guys
keep
go
going.
ahead. I will catch up. Just give me a second.
So what the? Where is it? Yes, it vanished. Applejack then stepped forward. You were probably just imagining things. You're probably just imagining a 3-hour sword fight.
You're probably
Your
just
chest
imagining
is
that
also
new blood.
fucking cut open.
You're probably just imagining that new scar, the blood on your katana.
And we're all imagining it too, you know. A lot of imagination going on here.
You know, it's
It's a
kind of like
wild,
sharing
wacky
dreams.
world.
We're sharing. I guess we're
Pain.
sharing delusions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hallucinations.
Oh man, those two images together. So Fluttershy then gasped at him as she covered her mouth.
What chapter are we on?
Chapter 8.
Chapter
The
8,
chapter
I
8.
think page 54 of the Word doc. I think we're near the end of the chapter if you want us three to just ride this out.
Yeah, go ahead, write it out, and I'll hop in on the
Yeah.
next chapter.
Clayton, what happened to you? She asked, pointing at his shirt with the huge scar. Oh my god,
Oh,
his
no.
shirt has a
His
scar.
His
got
shirt is
scarred.
scarred.
Yeah.
His shirt heals quickly. Everyone looked at him and gasped. Rainbow Dash
Nobody
looked at
else
his
noticed
chest.
this until
See,
it was
God,
pointed
none
out.
of them can notice something until one of them does. And then suddenly all of them see it.
That's the herd mentality, dude.
Yeah.
Rainbow Dash looked at his chest as her eyes started to widen in horror. She looked up. Wow, that was actually a fitting sentence.
Wow.
You know, just she looked at his chest as her eyes started to widen in horror. You know, I might see that in a normal book.
It's like a 1 in 500 chance.
Yeah, it is. Every once in a while, you'll just see a normal, sentence, and it's like, whoa, wait,
Oh,
this no jank, no
it's
jank at all.
abnormal to be normal.
It is. She looked up at him.
What happened? Are you hurt? Who did this to you?
Literally just said, as she said, as she held her hoofs around him, tightly crying into his chest.
Tightly
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Like Intellectron said, Fool tackled him, but has to be told about a large wound.
Oh, God, yeah.
Clayton petted her head.
It's all right, Rainbow Dash. I'm okay. it's just a... Not 1, not 3. That's 4, ellipsis period. Well, a big scratch, that's all. But don't worry, I'm fine. I'm not going anywhere.
Rainbow whips her tears away and looks up at him.
You promise? I promise.
Pinky promise.
She then leaned up and kissed him deeply. As she wrapped her
As
hooks
she
around his
is
neck.
in her horse form. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
That's
he's-
what you do. That's how you get there.
Yeah, that big horse tongue.
And I guess after the reference, say you standing there with your hands wrapped around trigger of a gun for just one more time. Yeah.
Yes, I grossly mangled words and it made it sound weird. Thank you, Intellectron, for pointing that out.
No, I don't think you did anything. Yeah, her horse form. Yeah, well, I mean, they're all horsed, or horses rather.
Oh my god. What's worse than a horse?
A horse is a horse, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, Connor and I are really in sync this episode.
Yeah, you guys are. It's good.
So as they stopped kissing, they both looked into each other's eyes. Yeah. Max, everyone sighed happily at the two embracing. As they stopped kissing, they both looked into each other's eyes. Max then cleared his throat as he then began to speak. Well, now that we're all together now, how about we go home? Come on, guys, let's get going. Beep.
Let's just
boop.
leave.
I'm out
You
of
think
here.
Mr.
And
Ed
so
did?
they did.
They all nodded as Clayton then walked over to his chopper and got on it. As he started up, he felt Rainbow Dash hoofs around his waist. She then leaned up into his ear and whispered to him.
I'm glad the chopper didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't try to use it at all in the fight scene. And I'm sorry, I thought more of the fight was there. I forgot that they went straight from the first slice to like the last slice, and that was it. We'll get better fight scenes in the future.
Oh, that's an understatement.
When we get home, I need your help with something.
She then nuzzled her head on his shoulder as he blushed and revved up his motorcycle driving home.
Well, I'm sure that means nothing.
Government HQ, basement. Back in the underground basement, Night Shadow was watching the main 12 all go to their homes. As he then looked over to his left side,
homes.
he saw Vanish walk into the dim light in his alicorn form with a large scar on his left cheek. Black Haze saw his large wound and laughed at him.
Ha 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 ha! How sad. The mighty Vanish has been wounded by a human. He said, still laughing. Because they forgot the end punctuation.
Great.
Yeah. Vanish started to get enraged.
Dude, he should have entered enraged during the fight. He could have gone berserker mode. Dude, come on. That's like basic shit.
I want to hear you pissed off for this.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly how to get majorly pissed off. He got lucky.
Oh.
Okay, I'm not doing that. Don't worry. He got lucky. I swear the next time that he and I meet, he won't be so lucky.
He snapped.
Have I said
Night
yet
Shadow-
that he got fortunate?
Yeah.
I
Night Shadow
blame
then sighed
fortune and luck.
Yeah.
and Night Shadow then raised his hoof. Silence, Vanish! He shouted in a royal Canderlot voice.
Oh.
Reference to the show, you couldn't even spell Canterlot right. And it's not
Fuck
the
you.
royal Canterlot, it's a royal Canterlot voice.
Just one of them.
Right.
Just like Yellow's soundboard.
One of those
Vanish
It's
them
just one of the many
yeah.
voices.
Vanish then backed away in fear. He hadn't heard Night Shadow use his royal Canderlot voice in years. Double down. Night Shadow then lowered his hoof. It seems that the human that you fought with is going to be a real problem. It seems that we can't wait for Discord to make his move with Lucy. So I vote that we switch to Plan B instead.
Why can you not wait with that?
Hasn't
Like,
Discord made his move? They're dating.
yeah, they're dating. What are you on about?
He should have been married yesterday.
He's
Oh.
playing the long game, okay?
He should have bumped into Lucy and gone down on one knee and said, "Will you marry me?"
Please, ma'am, will you marry me, miss?
Please, man. I know we just met, but
I know
you
we
know,
just met, but
in sickness and in
I
health.
really feel like we got something going on together.
And yeah, the way they said, use his Royal Canderlot voice in years makes it, sound like a voice he can do or an accent or something. Like if we pissed off Bob so much that he finally uses his male Bandit 1 voice again. That's when we know we've really crossed the line.
I mean, he just has a built-in like voice mod, is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the government HQ basement is. So yeah, we switched to plan B. Black Haze then looked at him.
And then would be
Night Shadow grinned.
Would be what?
And
To
then
capture-
would be
To capture Princess Luna.
done.
okay.
done,
You tried that before,
done.
didn't work well.
And here we get the first of an exciting trend. He started giving like different chapter titles like in the story. Like you would click on the Dropbox, like the list of chapters, and the chapter title would say Sparks, and then you click on it, and in the body of the story it would say Chapter 9 Raging Sparks.
Yeah, so
And he does this for most of the rest of the story. Actually the whole like Chapter 10 doesn't have it, but Chapter 11 through 60 they have alternate titles, and like usually they're completely different.
How do you not notice that? That like the chapter title you put in the box on like Pony Fiction Archive or wherever this was is not the same one you write at the start of your chapter document.
I mean, that has to be purposeful. That has
Yeah,
to
he
be on
intentionally
purpose
gave
for
it
some
two.
reason.
Like in Rocky and Bullwinkle, they always had alternate titles. Tune in next time for title of episode or alternate title.
Tune in next time for Rocky or Bullwinkle.
All right.
So, gee, Rock.
So yeah, Matt, we're at.
I sure do
Chapter
hate
9,
reading
you
this
ready?
fan fiction.
We're at chapter what, 10 now?
No,
9.
chapter 9.
Sparks,
chapter 9.
aka
I
Raging
don't know why I
Sparks.
went to chapter 10 when I knew we were on chapter 8, but for some reason, there it is. Sparks, aka Raging Sparks.
Also, a quick reminder of how fucking funny Rocky and Bullwinkle was. Do you remember the name of Bullwinkle's college? Like the college he went to?
No.
Wasamata U.
Nice.
What
that
was
good?
it again?
Wasamata U.
What's the matter with you?
Yeah, Wasamata U. U for university.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's really good.
That's
really
like
good.
the 1970s or 60s or whatever Rocky Bullwinkle was on, like dad version of the jokes kids are doing nowadays.
Yeah, exactly.
With each other. All right. So chapter 9, Sparks, aka Raging Sparks. Clayton's house.
As soon as everyone said their goodbyes, Clayton and Rainbow Dash drove home and walked into the house. As soon as Clayton opened the door, his parents and Luna all turned to see who was at the door. His mother then ran over to her son and hugged him tightly, almost making him gasp for air.
Almost. Not quite.
Couldn't call, couldn't say anything, had to just surprise them.
Yep.
Could you even imagine the phone call that would be involved here?
Yeah, like the phone chain.
Oh, right, yeah.
The last thing we want in this universe
Right,
is a phone
okay,
call.
you're right.
Please,
Yeah,
just send a stripogram.
Take everyone's phones away. They don't need them. They shouldn't have them.
They don't know how to use them correctly.
Right. Hey, Mom, Oh, well, so the first one was a ellipsis period, then the rest are... Hey, Mom, I can't feel my lungs.
She then let him go
I
smiling.
mean, normally you
I was
already
gonna say, I don't
cannot
think
feel your lungs.
I don't think you can feel those by default anyway, but
If you feel them, that means that something is actually wrong with them.
I can feel them. I'm feeling them up right now. They're outside of my chest.
Oh.
Oh,
They're on the ground. It's Halloween time. I'm being spooky.
that is
Very
very
spooky.
spooky. It's spooky how gross you're being. Come on, Matt, clean up after yourself.
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Oops, sorry, hun. Attila the Hun.
Mm-hmm.
She's capital H, hun.
It's capitalized.
She said
Yeah.
as she whipped away her tears from her face.
Every time.
God,
it's
they're all
whipped.
just.
Man,
Yeah.
imagine if like China had My Little Pony shit in way back then. You think Attila the Hun would still want to conquer them?
Well, maybe. Luna then walked up to the two, smiling brightly at Clayton. I'm so happy that you're home safe. We were really worried about you. she said as he then kneeled down and stroked her mane, making her blush bright red. Red tomato shy every time.
Weird.
As Clayton finished hugging and talking with his family, oh jeez.
Took him a while.
And Luna Rainbow Dash then nudged his leg as she then winked at him as she flew upstairs. Clayton smirked as he knew what she was getting at, as his parents knew this as well, as they saw the smirk on
No,
his
please
face.
don't.
Oh, no.
Do not involve your parents again.
Oh, yes, I would recognize my son's I'm about to have sex smirk anywhere.
No,
Oh.
do not involve your fucking
Son.
parents again.
Do you need to borrow my condoms again?
No.
Oh, I can tell from your smile that you're very horny, my boy.
Oh, son, I can see you really want to fuck that horse.
Oh, man, oh, boy, oh, man.
I don't blame you, kiddo. I'd tap that ass too.
Yeah. Dude, that was the perfect time for that JonTron. No.
Well, we'll
I
see.
just
We'll
love-
see. Maybe Clayton just wants to play video games with her. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to play a game of patty cake.
Yeah.
You know,
God,
Roger
I
Rabbit.
just- God.
It's coming.
Got to see a horse about a glue
Thanks,
factory.
Blue Jacket. I needed that one in my life.
All right.
Oh my God.
Let's keep let's keep going. So yeah, saw the smirk on his face. Luna was confused by this as his father patted his son on the shoulder as he then
No,
rubbed
I
his head.
said stop.
Pat your belly.
It gets
rub your head
worse.
At the same time.
It gets worse.
No, why?
Ha ha! Go get her, bud.
What kind of relationship do you have to have with your parents where you think this is like normal and okay?
What?
Your
Hey,
dad is
guys.
your bro.
Why are you
Hey, guys,
asking Clayton
remember-
that? You should be asking the dad that.
Yeah.
Question, guys, do you guys remember when he...
I mean, for the writer.
hey guys, do you remember back when, it was brought up, the fact that the horses were going to go into heat and that, it was like, I didn't know if it was Clayton, but somebody was like, oh no, we gotta have sex with horses? That's weird. And now it's like, hey, go get that horse, my boy.
Hey, go fuck that
Yeah,
horse, son.
I think
you
that
got
was
this.
Max, and then.
You know, I have a fortune here from an old fortune cookie. It says to avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. And I think that's supposed to be a warning, but it might be advice at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, he said with a wink as his mother hugged him. Imagine hugging your mom right before sex. Jeez.
That'd be
That's
fucking weird.
As his mother hugged him as she
Has
whispered
he ever
into his
thought
ear.
about how weird this is?
Oh, it gets worse,
Hold
Matt.
on. Yeah, hold on.
None of us want to say it.
I moved away from my computer.
Yeah.
And please don't
I'm
break
not
the
here.
bed, okay?
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
this
mom,
This is where
mom,
my son
Mom.
will fuck a horse. I am the
Hey.
best dad.
hey, mom, I have a question. What the fuck?
Is this like a movie trope I missed out on where like the parents are like, yeah, son, go have sex? Like, where did he get this from?
His family is just really open and supportive. And
Where
you know
did
what?
he get the
has
idea
the
that this is
best family.
okay?
They
Multiple
They're-
people are
love My
typing.
Little Pony, and they love that Clayton is gonna get to bang Rainbow Dash.
You know what? I think reading this, I always would hear like boomers say, you should be your kid's parent, not their friend. And I always wondered what they meant by that. I think this is what they
Yeah,
meant
I
by
think
that.
I understand now. I think I finally get it.
I no longer will say okay, boomer. I will say, okay, boomer, you're
I
right.
will say, okay, I understand. Yes.
Your past life experience has actually given you wisdom beyond mine.
I
have-
understand now.
I have seen what can happen if you set too few
Boundaries.
or
You
too
know what?
much their friend.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think
This
just
is so
in
weird.
general, parents should be less supportive of their children.
Well, you know what? This story is the ultimate argument for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't break the bed. She then kissed his forehead as they went to the other room.
Right before sex, you gotta get that forehead
Yeah.
kiss before
Oh, let me
sex,
wipe my
yeah.
mom's lipstick off my head. Now we can fuck.
Yeah.
Leaving Clayton and Luna the only two left. I'm the living room. Hi guys.
What's up? How you
Whoa,
doing, Logan?
God.
I am the
Blake,
table.
Blake, what are you doing in this story? What the fuck?
Yeah. Luna then looked up at
Feels
Clayton
about
with a
this.
curious look.
The living room literally has to deal with this shit every single fucking day.
This
He has
is
to
the
see
most.
nonsense.
This is like the most several people are typing moment.
I've heard of
Yeah.
I am the highway, but I've never heard of I am the living room.
Yeah.
They call me that because I'm technically living. Thanks, Barack Butler.
My cousin had to be in a play where he was a road. It was like an old folk tale, and so he wore this big mat that was like a road, and it was just his face sticking up out of it, and he had to lie on the ground the whole time and be a road.
You ever in a play, you know, somebody always has to be the tree in the back. You ever had to be the living room? Like, that's fucked
Yeah.
up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big role. Like
Yeah.
physically fairly large.
But
yeah,
everyone
like
will
you
walk
gotta
all
be
over
a big guy to do that role.
Yeah, so let's see. And because we can't just move on, he has to like delay on this.
Please,
Clayton, what did your father mean by what he said to you? She said,
please.
"I'm an immortal goddess, but
Look,
I don't
I
understand
don't know
the
what
sex.
sex
Subtext.
is. All right.
Yeah.
well, I mean, maybe because she's magic, she's never even had to consider it."
Maybe.
That's
She
just
said-
the way I am. I am a man of magic.
You are a mat of magic.
She said he was about to answer her question until they heard Rainbow Dash upstairs.
Oh my god.
I hate this.
Clayton, hurry up!
A literal, please have sex with me, Chad. I'm so horny.
Oh fuck.
He
Hope
sighed.
the dick flattening comes afterwards.
You're
That's what I'm
driving.
looking forward to.
You're driving like straight towards a brick wall. You try to hit the brakes, but the brake pedal just falls off. You try to do something else, but the whole engine falls out. No way, you need the engine to keep.
Oh.
Basically, you can't stop this.
Yeah.
You try to like put your feet down to Fred Flintstone, stop the car, but the entire road is lubed up.
Freddie Flintstone
You're just
sounds like the
sliding
name
down
of a
it.
rapper.
What'd you say?
Freddie Flintstone sounds like the name of a rapper.
It's actually the name of my new rapper. I'm Freddie
Oh,
Flintstone.
okay.
Oh
right.
no.
Stealing that one before
Yeah, here
somebody
you
else
go.
does.
Look,
Alright.
this is the Wojak template. Oh wait, it didn't copy it correctly. Let me try that again.
You got this. I believe in you.
Yeah, there we go.
God
I just
damn
didn't
it.
copy it. Yeah, this is what's going on. Please have sex with me. I'm so horny.
Oh no.
Silence, wench. I do not want to be horny. I just
Yeah.
want to be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so yeah, that's happening.
Alright.
So he sighed. Oh god. As he then looked at Luna, who then understood what was going to happen as her ears flopped down. Well, everyone's here.
Wow, the
Oh.
entire fucking world is here now.
Ellipsis period. Well, let me leave you be then.
Oh, I see how it's going. Okay, dear.
Oh, I guess I just
Yes,
don't have
dear.
a chance.
Yeah. As soon as she started to walk into the den, Clayton then picked her up and walked with her to the couch in the living room.
All right, we're gonna fuck here, and then I'll fuck up there.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Clayton?
Luna was
Honest
stunned
question.
by his action, as he then looked into her
Stunned.
eyes, making her blush madly at him. He then leaned down to her, almost close to her lips.
Oh.
Where was he?
Within a 1 mile radius, I guess. I don't
Dude,
know.
he's about to do
Almost
like the
close?
most. He's about to do the most Chad thing in the entire universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Like this is an alpha moment for Clayton.
Oh, I'm
Oh
excited.
no.
Here, let me give you something to remember for a very long time.
She then felt his lips connect with hers. Her eyes
Holy
widened for a bit
shit!
before she closed them and made out with him, wrapping
You
her front
can't
lips around
do
his
this,
neck.
story.
She felt
You're
his
about-
tongue move inside of her mouth as she moaned in his mouth. This kiss lasted for about 2 minutes until they broke away
2
smiling. all
It's
together.
2 minutes.
Clayton then
Holy
got up
shit.
from the couch.
Minutes.
Clayton then got up from the couch and walked to the stairs as he then waved at her. So
He
he's literally
sat up
like,
there for 2 fucking
Yeah.
minutes.
Meanwhile, Rainbow Dash is still upstairs.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
like here. This is what's going on. He's saying, "Hey, I'm picking her over you, but babe, because I know you're always gonna remember me,
I know
I'm
you're
gonna give you a
horny as
little
fuck.
something.
Let me
I'm
give you a
gonna
little.
remember me back."
The man behind the horny.
Right.
Like he's like I'm monogamous, but I'm so Chad that I'm I know that I'm withholding something valuable from the rest of female horse humanity.
Right,
Female
like,
horse humanity.
Would that be a horse manatee?
all of
Clayton, the
Clayton's
ponies-
friends only get their one pony, but like Clayton is so cool that he can, double dip a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna fucking die.
All these images. Kissed your man while you wanted to fucking Clayton a ponies, man.
I feel like there
Yeah.
could be a good joke off of that, like, you're in his DMs, I'm in da-da-da, that was going around Twitter like a week ago.
Yeah, so like, Chad moment for Clayton here. I can't even
Damn.
believe
Yeah.
I can't believe the author even knew how to write a scene this Chad.
Holy shit, dude! I feel like my dick grew 7 sizes just reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Clayton then got up from the couch and walked to the stairs as he then waved at her.
Good night, Princess Luna, and sweet, wonderful dreams too.
Wow.
Wow!
He said to her as
Did
he
he
walked
tip
up
his
the
fucking
steps.
fedora after that?
Luna then laid down on the couch, smiling and blushing, as she then closed her
Why?
eyes and thought about what just happened.
Yeah,
As she
I
would
fucking
treasure,
thought about that too.
he would treasure that memory forever. She finally got a kiss from a
Forever.
human that she had a crush on.
Oh
Jesus.
Wait, why does this
God.
always happen with Luna? Like, this happened with Drax too. He fell in love with Pinkie Pie, and she's like, "Well, I'm gonna live forever, so when she dies, I'm moving in."
Like,
The
Luna is
fuck?
always a fan fiction author's second favorite pony.
Yeah, she's always the second.
Never.
She's always the
Always.
bridesmaid, never the
Yeah.
bride, dude.
Yeah.
All right. So, as I scroll down, you could see that I just blacked out this part of the story. We don't need to actually read a sex scene.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, I don't know if Blake, you could see this, but I blacked everything out until pretty much near the end of the scene with he then laid beside her.
But do you have Clayton open the door and he saw Rainbow Dash?
No, like literally what you just read
Oh,
is the last
well-
thing I show.
All right. Well, in that case, I need to read the line. He walked out of the bathroom shirtless with a large bandage on his bare chest,
Ah!
like an
B.A.
animal. The bear.
BAR.
Get that fucking shit out of here.
Yeah, he's part man, part Bruin.
Nice boyfriend, shame if I waited for you to die. Holy shit!
Yeah.
That's
Luna.
gold.
That is Luna. That's
That
that's
is
what she always
literally-
is.
Holy fucking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, look, picture of Clayton has been found.
Oh my god.
That's on his chest.
That's just a picture of his chest. Like, that's not even the whole guy.
You know what I
Yeah.
see when I look at when I see a picture, I'm like,
Clayton is
man,
the
bears are
background.
awesome.
Yeah,
Bears are so
fucking
freaking
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
Also, like
cool
Fat
there.
Bear Week, I think might be upon us soon.
Oh,
yeah,
is
that
it?
or we already passed it, but always look out for Fat
Yeah,
Bear Week. That
Fat
Yeah,
shit's
Bear.
great.
bear eats all the food, gets fat, and refuses to walk, mate, or communicate.
Yeah, I love. There's nothing more amusing to me than pictures of fat bears. They're great.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh man.
So,
So,
yeah, fairly vanilla, but still explicit enough that I'm just blacking it out. We're just going.
I don't want to fucking read it anyway.
So,
Fair
Less
enough.
of this garbage we have to read, the better.
all right. So yeah. So they have sex. I love you. Dylan's house.
okay, yeah, you could see what it is. Yeah, that's a transcript. So Dylan's house.
Dylan was outside thinking about his cousin and the wound that he had. He was a little worried about him. Wasn't until he heard his mother yelling as he heard Fluttershy scream. Again, why did you bring her in the house? He then ran inside the house from the porch
boy,
in the back
Mom,
to
are
see
you
his
gonna
mother
beat
hitting
Fluttershy
Fluttershy.
too?
Oh, God.
Mom, that's not how you hit her. You gotta hit her like you hit me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. I'm Tracy. So, die, you devil!
His
Die,
mother shouted,
monster. You don't belong
"Long
in this world.
His mother shouted as she was hitting Fluttershy. Yeah.
They're the same thing.
Yeah, his mother shouted as she was hitting Fluttershy with a belt.
Oh.
I was
good.
making a joke and it's actually happening.
I
was the
love
break-
I love the little comma. Like, just let us
Yeah.
wait for a second before we specify.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we need to know.
Yeah, so this was the breaking point of Dylan's rage. He cared about Fluttershy too much to see her hurt, especially by his own mother. He then ran
The
into his room and grabbed his
breaking point
windmill
of his-
shuriken
What?
Oh.
and ran out of his room to the living room.
Why does he have
Okay.
that?
Oh yeah, I think
I was
Clayton
gonna
gave
make-
him one.
I was gonna make a comment about how this was the breaking point of his rage, meaning he became calm, I guess.
Hey Connor,
But now I'm too distracted by the giant shuriken.
Since the only gifts you can get people apparently are weapons or vehicles, which one are you leaning towards this Christmas?
Yeah, I'll get you
Can I
guys
have
all
both?
ninja shurikens.
Can I have a truck that has like a cool sword on top of it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude, double dipping.
Yeah.
I could do with a nice crossbow, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, very European.
Crossbows are like, I mean, they're pretty good. I
Van
would
Helsing.
say. They're a little underpowered in Hunt Showdown, but I mean, they buffed them recently, so yeah, they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, Lomain looking for that beetle.
Yeah, but I mean, Yella, thinking about the anime that I watch on Toonami's late night block, I can't think of anyone who uses crossbows, so
Yeah, but I'm not an anime
fundamentally
character.
don't understand what those are.
Ah, shit.
Haha.
That means I'm not getting it. Oh, no.
Nah, you're just getting more ninja stars.
No, I have a bad
It's
throwing
okay.
arm.
Next Christmas, I'll throw in a ninja sword for you too.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. Yellow's like people always buy me throwing stars. I have a bathtub full of them.
But yeah. Shit.
I just want a crossbow and a few bolts.
Yeah, so you weren't expecting to see a fight scene like this, but you are going to get it.
Thanks. My favorite.
So Dylan just shouts, "Hey,
Oh, that's right. Hey.
hey, you!"
Nah, I'll go
Dylan
right.
shouted
Hey.
her. His mother looked at him as she still held her belt in her hand.
Dylan, help me get rid of this thing.
She said to him as he looked at Fluttershy, who was in her pony form, cowering in fear, crying. Dylan then tapped his foot at her.
I'm gonna tap my foot at you. Oh, so now you want my help? Not question.
He said, smirking at her as she then shouted at him.
Don't you backtalk to me like that, you little brat.
Yeah, backtalk to me like this.
I don't know why I let you hang out with your ungrateful cousin all the time.
Yeah, I don't know why you do either.
He then opened the windmill shuriken.
Oh, no.
Nothing personnel.
The personnel, Mom.
Mother. He is not ungrateful. He is my cousin. He is my family. He is my bro.
No, he's your cousin.
He shouts at her. His mother then grits her teeth as she then turns her attention to Fluttershy, who is still crying and cowering in fear.
Whatever.
Let me move
go
my
back to
attention
beating
away
this
from the person
fucking
with the
horse
windmill
again.
shuriken. God.
I'm gonna go back to beating this living horse.
Yeah, she kicked Fluttershy not hard, but just enough to make a bruise on her side.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we wouldn't want
okay.
the fucking pony to get hurt in this story, would we?
Dylan then snaps as he then throws his windmill shuriken at his mother as the shuriken slashed his mother's right arm and landed into the wall next to her.
What?
Well, at least he didn't chop his mom's arm off.
She then screamed in pain as he walked over to her and picked up Fluttershy into his arms as he then grabbed his shuriken out of the wall and closed it up.
Okay then.
Oh.
Power move? Question mark.
Wow. Secret has like the perfect image for everything.
Who is he?
I have to punch my mom.
It's amazing. Closed it up. His mother then got to her feet behind him.
You fucking worthless child. I should have had an abortion with you long ago.
With you?
With you.
Take
I
you in
should
for
have had
like
an abortion a while ago, yeah.
Take you in for a 40th trimester abortion.
I was about to make that joke, yeah. I should have had my 40th trimester abortion.
Also, that was like a literal like Biggie Smalls lyric there. I knew my mama wished she had a fucking abortion. Like she said as she walked over to him, but stopped as he pointed his shuriken at his mother's face. Dylan then shouted at her. And then he has this over-the-top but still very confusing threat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it is. If you ever hurt Fluttershy again, I will decapitate your head off your fucking shoulders.
Decapitate your head.
Off your shoulders. So it's like,
Yes.
decapitate your head is already redundant, but then off your shoulders, it's like, wait, yes, that's how it works.
If you ever touch her again, I will kill you until you are dead.
Yeah.
And you are no longer living because you're dead.
Because you will have become deceased.
Because you will have died when I killed you to death.
I'll slice your throat, then I'll snap your neck, and then I'll decapitate your head right off your body.
Yeah. His mother didn't hear his voice as she then walked past him
Oh.
into the kitchen.
Oh,
As
okay.
Dylan
Let's
then-
just getting out of here.
Okay,
Hey, fuck this story. I'm out.
I just chose not to use my ears there for a second.
Yeah.
Whoever do it again. Wait, where are you going?
Yeah. As Dylan then took Fluttershy into his room and laid her down on his bed as he petted her mane. She
his
looked at
mom
him
really
smiling
Walk
at
right out of
him.
the scene. Didn't even listen
Yeah.
to him. She's just gone.
Oh,
Bye.
I'm
bye.
Wow.
And then
Everything.
Fush Mumble.
Oh man, I hate being this.
I'm so sorry, Dylan. I didn't mean to.
Her words were stopped as he then kissed her. She looked at him as he kissed her. She then
But
wraps
did
her
he
hoofs.
kiss her?
Yeah, she then wraps her hoofs around his neck as they continue to kiss. Their kiss is broken
Ow.
as Dylan's mother pulls them from Fluttershy's lips.
I'm
Oh,
back,
okay. I thought
bitch,
this-
and
I
I'm
thought
come
this
back
was gonna-
angry.
Now
I
you
thought
think
this
that
one
she's
was gonna last 2 minutes.
You know,
Yeah,
I
like-
do have to say, I am very glad that, all of these first kisses between all of these characters are with the ponies in horse forms. That's
Oh, of
very
course,
good,
right.
They're
and I'm
true.
glad.
Yeah.
It's
Right.
still a My Little Pony story.
We-
Like, I tried to fake us out with Max's whole fucking horses, that's weird. But no, of course, it's
We
a My
were-
Little
No,
Pony
it's a My
fan.
Little
Yeah,
Pony
that was
story.
the throw.
They're
That
here
was
to
the throw
fuck
us off the
horses.
trail.
We
That
were
was the- that
strung
was just-
along. We were given hope
Given
that this
hope.
author would have, it be human on human action. But no,
we fell
no.
for his clever ruse.
Right.
Every si-
As we say in Tricky Dickyville, we've been tricky dickied.
yeah.
We've been taken for a ride on the Ruse Cruise.
You know, it's like that.
Ruse
It's like that image where it's like you see like like a goth girl, and she's like, "I'm not like other girls," and it's like 10 other goth girls. It's like I'm not like other fanfic writers. It's like, oh, thank goodness, and then it's like, oh wait,
You are.
Oh, wait, never mind.
yeah. So also, I mean, to be fair to his mother, she did walk in to see him making out with a dog-sized horse.
Yeah, that'd be really
Yes.
fucking weird.
Yeah,
That's
one,
a little bit of that's a mood right there.
Yeah, like one, all of a sudden a cartoon horse is existing in this world, which would be pretty fucking crazy for someone who didn't expect it at all. And then two, your son
Someone who didn't
starts
pray
making
for
out
it.
with it.
Yeah. Someone who didn't pray for it to happen. She then slaps him across his face with her belt as he fell to the floor. He then gets to
Ooh.
his feet to see his mother beating Fluttershy with her belt.
Wow, I'm glad she turned to the important one in the room here.
Yeah.
This was all he needed, as he then gets up and tackles his mother out of his window.
Whoa!
Defenestration.
This is like
Crash,
fucking
bitch.
crazy. As both of them hit the grass outside. Yeah, as opposed to the grass inside. He then gets a shuriken from the side of his waist and opens it up. He then looks down at his mother with eyes burning of rage, the rage that he has been waiting to unleash on her for over 16 years of his life.
I cannot describe how unfucking comfortable this story is with its fucking, domestic violence.
Yeah.
Well, here's, like I said,
It's so bad, it doesn't need to be here.
Well, here's the thing. He was like, I don't want to just write any fanfic. I'm going to write a long, dramatic, serious fanfic that tackles social issues.
Yeah,
And
and
no
of
one-
course, Fluttershy is going to go into the household of domestic abuse because that's where the sentence ends. Because that's again, everyone fucking
Because.
does that.
That's
Yeah.
just all the reason you need.
Yeah, it's like, this is the serious issue that he wants to tackle, and it's about fan fiction is about as good a place to tackle it as it is to tackle 9/11.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder if
Here's-
anyone in this story will ever go face down.
One
Yeah.
thing that
I think
is
Dylan went face down earlier this paragraph.
Do
Well, Pinkie Pie definitely got her face down and up and down and up and down and up and down.
Yeah.
Oh no. Just
Yeah.
it's one thing it's one thing that is because earlier I think it was Connor who was like, why does she go here? And that's a very good question because honestly all the ponies could have just gone to fucking Clayton's house because Clayton's parents don't give a shit. But of course you can't do that because because the author is like, oh no, gotta make sure we keep all the pairs together for no discernible reason. Yay!
Dylan
Yeah.
and therefore Fluttershy can just choose not to have to be here, but instead it's just like, no, we do.
Yeah.
No.
Why are they here?
And Dylan won't fight back until Fluttershy gets hurt, and then he unleashes his rage.
His full rage.
So
His super duper
Alright.
rage of
Alright, let's hear
anger.
the
Let's see
rage
a
that he has
super
been
duper.
waiting to unleash onto her for over 16 years of his life, which,
Yeah,
if he's
16
like
long years.
17 or 18, like the other characters are, means he was pissed at her as like a 2-year-old.
He was
Well,
pissed. You know,
yeah.
when
He
he
went
to
came out of the
berserker rages.
womb,
Yeah.
mad.
I'm coming
Yeah,
back, and I'm
right-
coming back pissed.
I've wanted to kill her since I was born.
Right at the womb. Yeah, that's good, man. That's really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like I said, you know, if it was, it's written so poorly that it just makes me laugh. But yeah, it's like, you know, obviously domestic abuse isn't usually a laughing matter. When it involves shurikens and dog-sized ponies,
It gets a bit absurd. Let's just
absurd.
say that.
he then slams the shuriken into the ground, almost cutting her neck.
Oh, almost.
Oh. So is there a wound at all?
There
I
is
lost
in
my
the,
fucking
in
place
the ground.
again. Oh, there it is. I see. I warned you about hurting Fluttershy, you stupid bitch. Oh,
This is like you know he was listening to like Korn while writing this
Yeah.
chapter.
yeah.
Listening to Korn and crying.
It'll really fuck you up.
He had been
It'll
up
really
for
fuck
almost
you up.
Really
36
fuck you
hours.
up.
He yelled at her as he held her down by her throat. He mother then spitted in his face as she
Whoa.
yelled back at him.
He
And
mu-
once again,
Sorry, like
let's hear her counter argument. Oh, sorry.
oh. No, I sorry. I was just gonna say he mother then spitted is really like that's like fucking Shakespearean right
He
there.
Mother Than Spitted is actually the name of my new album. It's the Freddie Flintstone album. He Mother Than
Oh,
Spitted.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is her argument.
You're a fucking sicko! Making out with a cartoon animal! A fucking animal! I can't believe you do such a thing! If your father saw this, he would never look at you ever again!
She's not
checkmate.
wrong. She's not
Checkmate.
wrong.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
Not entirely wrong.
like I don't want to agree with her because she's abusive, but at the same time she's not wrong.
I guess.
I hate
even
that
I
feeling.
guess even bad guys, can make good points
She
sometimes.
walked into the fucking room to see him making out with a horse. I think her.
Yeah.
This
I
just
think
in,
I
the
would
worst
probably have a
person
heart
you ever
attack.
know made a great point.
What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's that Onion article again?
Yeah, this just in, the worst person you know made a great point or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst fucking feeling in the world.
It is. And then she then spat in his face again. So you do know spat.
Right.
Nah, she spitted.
But she then
Different
spat.
things.
Oh shit.
Well, you gotta do first one, then the other.
Hey Matt,
Oh,
are
boy.
you ready for your
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oscar award-winning
Speech?
speech?
I'm ready. I was
Alright.
born ready for this. Here you
It's
go.
like Robert De Niro in Raging Bull.
Give me a second. You really think that bastard gives a shit about me? He doesn't even give a damn about me. He cared about you when I was 3, and that was it. After he left, you blamed me for him leaving. You always did, you ugly whore. I never saw you as my real mother. I always saw you as my aunt. I'm sorry, I always saw my aunt as a real mother. Then you.
Then you.
What?
What the fuck?
Because to me, you're nothing to me. Chat, I'm trying so hard, please. It's hard to read.
It is.
You are a fucking pest. I have always hated you.
Give you
And if there is one thing that I learned from my cousin, it's that he gives me the motivation to finally stand up to you. No matter what happens, I will always have my brony pride. Hey! And no one can take that away from me. Not even a worthless woman like you.
Man, oh man.
I hate you. I hate you so much, you bastard.
My Brody pride is what gives me strength.
Strength.
I hate this.
Also, my dad didn't care about me at 1, didn't care about me at 2,
Nah, only
really
3.
cared about me at 3.
It was like, holy shit, a 3-year-old. I love 3. Oh, they're 4 now. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
I'm
going
getting
to
the
get
fuck
sick
out of
this.
here. I
My
hate
groin
4-year-olds.
pride.
Yeah, you got the terrible 1s, the terrible 2s, the awesome 3s, terrible 4s, terrible 5s, terrible 6s, terrible 7.
Just terrible the rest
Continue
of
at infinitum.
We all peak at 3, really.
your life. Right.
We all peak at 3.
Yeah,
It's the best.
some people peak in high school. I peaked in daycare.
Yeah. I got so many
Oh.
gold stars and gummy bears.
Yeah.
Also,
Let
also,
me tell
yeah,
you,
Woos.
dude.
Also, yeah, Woos. He lacked motivation until he saw Fluttershy getting hurt.
Yeah, Fletch Mumble,
I
yeah.
guess. And then it was like, motivation.
Yeah.
Let me stand up for myself now.
And then you might be like, oh man, this is getting a little bit crazy. Well, his mother was about to spit in his face again. It's all she
Wow.
has. Until he then pulled his windmill shuriken out of the ground and let go of her neck, held up her right arm that was still holding the belt. He then slashed off
What?
her forearm
What the fuck?
and dropped it on her face. You know, literally, her arm has been cut off.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
made a joke earlier about it, and they did it again. Fuck you, story.
She then yelled as hard as she could as he then got up and looked at her, seeing the fear that she had in her eyes.
What
He
the
then leaned
fuck?
down and pulled her up to his face.
Now I want you
Blood
to
for
get
the
the hell
blood
out of my
god.
life, and I ever see you again. Good sentence. I will not even for a minute.
Better
Better
sentence.
sentence. Kick your ass.
You know, that had genuine, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday energy.
And I
No,
ever
okay,
see
I
you
want you to
again,
get the hell
I
out
will
of my
not
life.
even for a minute kick
And
your
if I
ass.
ever see you again, I will not even for a minute kick your
I
ass.
will not even for
Not
a
even
minute.
for a once. Or whatever that one thing is.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Stay
Yes.
cramped, bitch. I know, I keep saying that. I'm gonna say it again.
It's very vicious.
He finished as he then let her go and kicked her, making her get up with her severed forearm as she ran to her car and drove off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You don't need it.
Oh.
Oh,
I mean, that is probably the best course of action.
All right, Piston only jumped into the stream on a whim with no background context. You chose perhaps the worst possible moment to do that.
I'm sorry.
congratulations on your timing.
Yeah, this is real bad. It's real bad, bro.
This story's
Well,
amazing, but this is like
welcome
one
to
of like the
F.A.T.E, it
most
sure
bizarre
exists.
moments.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. I will not hesitate to snatch your motherfucker birthday.
I will not even for a minute.
Kick your ass.
Go ahead. Yeah, so she just drove off later. Yeah, there you go, CKD. You always have it. Dylan then looked at his body and saw shards of glass into his skin. He looked over at Fluttershy, who thankfully didn't see the whole ordeal, looked at his cuts all over his body as she flew out of the broken window.
Okay, what the fuck? What?
Saw shards of glass into his skin makes it sound like he used the force from his eyeballs to push them in there.
Yeah. I mean, you know how they say looks can kill? In his case, looks can put shards of glass into his skin.
That's the way it works.
It's a very specific thing he can do.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
Fluttershy.
Dylan?
Oh, sorry, yeah, that's me. Dylan?
She said as Dylan then smiled at her as he whispered to her.
It's okay, Fluttershy. She is never coming back. Not one, not
Ellipsis
three.
period. He then falls to his knees and falls to his side, passed out next to Fluttershy's face. She then starts to panic.
Dylan!
Mom gets her
Dylan.
arm cut off, picks up the fucking arm, and then just drives off. He gets a
Drives
couple
off.
shards of glass in his skin, and he's like, ooh, passing out.
Yeah, what?
Watch me swoon. She says to him as she lays her head on his chest. Oh, yeah, Dylan. She hears his heartbeat and pulls her head up as she then gets him inside the house. Yeah, I didn't think he would die from that, believe it or not.
No, he's dead.
Shocking.
No, Clayton could get shot and just walk it off, whereas Dylan passes out after very minor injuries.
I mean, he didn't jump out of a window from a second. I'm assuming the second story, so.
No, I think it was the ground floor.
It was like the fifth story, at least.
Yeah, the fifth story, yeah. They're 20
They live in a very
house.
tall house.
Yeah. Doesn't have
Yeah.
a lot of rooms, but it's very tall.
Yeah, it's the spinoff to Wayside School, Wayside House.
Yeah.
I can barely fucking say that. Cracking up, Wayside House.
I mean, you got there and then you cracked up.
Yeah, so chapter 10 is short. I think we can cram it in. If you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
Oh, I mean,
Wayside
I'll cram
Manor.
that chapter right into my mouth and chew on it.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
I
very
wasn't
good,
gonna say
Lummy. Wayside
anything,
Manor.
So
All right, yeah. So Piston, to give you like the briefest recap, like the ponies come from another planet in this. They are traveling to like Star Trek style explore Earth and see what it's like. They meet this group of like bronies who are complete cringe lords, but they think that they're cool anime badasses. And mostly they exact psychotic violent vengeance on people that is far in excess
yeah,
of their
basically,
crime.
as you know, this author, when they're watching their favorite shows, they watch My Little Pony and then immediately watch Toonami's anime block.
Yeah.
And
Also,
this
to
is
kind
what
of
you get when you
illustrate-
mash those two up.
Also, to kind of illustrate the way too much force thing, in one of the earlier chapters, I should say, the main character gets like bullied by a bully being called names, and in retaliation, cuts out the bully's eye with a katana.
Yes,
After being called names, and he did throw a
Good
football
times.
at someone.
it's mainly just our main character who's really like anime cool. But as you just saw,
Other characters have their
anything can
moments.
happen. All right. So chapter 10, we're doing chapter 10 as well.
Yeah.
Chapter 10, kidnapped.
Shit.
And this is the
The
last
last
channel.
chapter with a single title.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, so chapter 10, kidnapped. Dylan's house.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Also
other
what
people
Blue
will
Jacket
explain
said.
the other details. This story actually has, like, the author isn't just writing off the seat of his pants. It actually has, like, a plot and things are happening. So, yeah, just go back and watch. It's a really good story. That's why we're reading it. Yeah, Dylan's house. Dylan opened his eyes to look at his surroundings. He noticed his computer was next to the side of the room. As soon as he leaned up, he saw that he had some bandages on his body. He then looked at the foot of his bed to see Fluttershy sleeping.
Yeah, they
Dylan
had to move
smiled.
the supercomputer over to the side of the room to get
Mm,
Dylan in there.
Understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dylan smiled as he then pulled her close to him and kisses her head. She then starts to open her eyes as she then yawned. As she then.
As she
She then looked to see that she was in Dylan's arms. As she looked up at him shyly.
There.
She then looked.
Fluttershy heard a voice, but she didn't know where.
She's very good at seeing.
Oh, good morning, Dylan. Hey,
I
Fluttershy. How are
love
you
the
doing?
little.
Oh.
Sorry, I just love the little non-capitalized. Oh.
Oh. Oh. Good morning, Dylan.
You are not the rootinest and tootinest cowboy in the Wild West.
Oh.
Hey,
She then-
Fluttershy. How are you feeling?
She then looked at her body to see that the markings from his mother's belt were faded. She then moved out of his arms and stretched a bit as she then smiles at him.
I feel okay. I fixed your wounds when you were passed out last night. I hope I didn't do anything wrong.
Should have let you bleed, bitch. Should have watched you die.
Yeah.
That probably would have been a better idea.
I hope I didn't sew your legs on backwards.
Let me see. Oh, yep, they're facing the wrong way.
Yeah,
Damn it.
Oh, shit.
like basically just imagine a surgeon simulator, but it's a hoof instead of a hand.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I feel like Surgeon Simulator would do that.
Yeah. She said as she hid her face with her hair. He then leaned over to her and kissed her cheek, making her blush.
Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry. No, you're great, Fluttershy. Thank you.
No, you great Fluttershy.
No, you great, Fluttershy.
The lack of punctuation means you can also be like, "No, you, great Fluttershy."
Godspeed, you Black Emperor.
Godspeed, you black
Godspeed,
hedgehog.
you yellow. No, this is a Godspeed, you yellow Pegasus.
Yeah,
Godspeed,
see you,
yellow
see you,
Pegasus.
Space Cowboy. Yeah. He said as he petted her mane, making her nuzzle his hand. He then got up out of his bed and over to his computer and went to Facebook and sent a message to his friends to see if they could hang out today. So you didn't have to do that phone call shit. You could have messaged them on Facebook.
Well,
Nah,
it was
man.
like 3
I
in
had
the
to do
morning. It was 3 in the morning. You had to call to wake them up.
Right.
I guess.
Except
I
wasn't
don't know.
it like
Oh
afternoon
wait, no,
almost
yeah,
at that
it was
point?
the next day. It was like noon. Well, you had to call because at least Clayton was sleeping still.
Yeah, no,
Never
that's
mind.
true.
No.
Oh man, Blues came in with the very appropriate
Yeah.
news this time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
Clayton's
Yeah, so,
house.
Clinton's house. Luna wakes up walking to the kitchen eating an apple. Wow, what a weird spot to walk
Wow.
up.
I
Wake
mean,
up
she sleepwalks apparently.
and sleep eats.
Damn.
Walk into the kitchen. Also, I'm gonna smooch her like a mule eating an apple. Literal
Oh,
horse eating an apple here.
no.
While Clayton's mother sits on the left side of her drinking her coffee, while his father sits in the den reading the newspaper.
Jesus, it just keeps going.
Luna then looks at the
Wild.
stairs, then at the table.
Jesus.
Clayton's mother then looks at her.
God. Oh.
Jesus.
At least you're constantly aware of which direction everybody is facing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I needed to know.
You know, so
I think
Whoever
one of
was
you
the
was the
mother.
mom.
oh yeah. Just Luna, are you okay? She asks her. Luna then looks at her. Oh yes, I'm all right. Thank you for asking. I'm just wondering why Clayton and Rainbow Dash haven't come down yet. They're probably still
fucking
banging
upstairs.
away, those
Yeah,
two.
They're still up there just
Yeah.
fucking the shit out of each other.
Bump it up, please. She says. His mother then smiles at her as she then pets her head, avoiding her horn. Yeah,
I
you
wanna
prick
touch
yourself on that.
Yeah. Ugh.
I mean, depends on where you're petting it.
I don't
Oh,
want to fucking
jeez.
touch that horn.
Oh, don't worry about that. He's a very late sleeper, especially after sex. Those two will wake up soon.
I thought that was in the story for a
Yeah.
second. God damn it.
I mean, it could have been at this point with how open they
Yeah,
are
I thought
with
that was
each
just
other.
a part of the story.
Luna smiles at her as she then puts her plate up with her magic into the sink. She then gets out of her seat and walks to the door. Clayton's father then stops reading his paper and turns to her.
Oh God. Like, haha, son. Luna, where are you going?
Where are you going? She asks her. She then turns to him. Oh, I'm just gonna go get some fresh air, she said. He nodded at her.
Okay, just be careful, all right?
Always
This
be
post
careful.
made by
A
Carful
lot-
Gang.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
in-
cars
Carful
out
In
there.
Newport City, you have to be careful.
You have to be
No.
careful.
She
Very much
smiles
so.
at him. Don't worry, I will. Sue, Mary Sue, then uses her magic and transforms into her human form as she then walks out the front door.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Sure.
Whatever you want.
Because they can do that.
All right, well that was a good part
I
of
mean,
the
she in
story.
particular.
Now tell me what the government HQ is getting up to. The only people I actually care about in this
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, Government HQ.
These villains who just sulk in a basement like all day, apparently, and go out and get their asses kicked. At least one of them.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So Night Shadow, Black Haze, and Vanish are watching Luna leave from the house. As they kept watching her, Night Shadow then turns to Black Haze with a smile.
Matt, you were Night Shadow.
Give me 1 second. Something with work came up. Let me just mute for a second.
Blake, do you want to be Night Shadow?
Yeah. Haze, my friend, would you be so kind as to invite Princess Luna here? It would be wonderful to see her again, he said. Black Haze then nods as he then teleports out of the office. Vanish then looks at him with a smirk.
So now what are you planning to do with Luna?
He asks him. I'm going to have a family get-together with my descendant sister.
You're
He
what
said-
then?
Oh?
As he was then in deep thought. Vanish just shrugged as he then walked up to the glass window of
I
Lucy's
mean,
office.
that's a good response. Let's all just collectively shrug and move on.
Descendant sister.
Descendant sister. What is that? No,
I'm
no.
her
Shrugging and
own
moving
What is
on.
the wait?
Paul.
What is the descendant? I guess I have to
I
shrug
don't
it off.
fucking know,
yeah,
man.
yeah, you have to shrug it. You just have
I'm just
to.
gonna shrug that one off. I guess. I don't
Shrug it off.
fucking know.
Move on.
So he walked up to the glass window of Lucy's office and looked to see the buildings in Newport City. Vanish then smiled.
I can't wait to control this puny little planet.
He then hears Night Shadow growl at him.
Matt, since you're back.
Hey, I'm not back. Hang on 1 second. I'm
Oh,
moving the
he's
last,
not back,
work
sorry.
ticket.
My
I'm just
bad.
commentating while I type.
Fair.
And should Blake read while he
Okay, there we go.
types?
Okay,
Okay.
gotcha. All right, now I have the document back
We
up.
all just appreciate Matt sacrificing
Yeah.
for us.
I am literally at work while we do this. Don't tell my boss. Boss, if
Actually-
you're listening, hey, what's up?
I would. Yeah.
I think it's actually a preferable situation. Then you have all your free time when you get off work.
Yeah. I
It's
lost
in
my
all
place.
caps.
All right,
Oh my god, is that me?
it's the who
Yes.
said that is in all caps.
What voice did I even use for this character? I have to
He's
reference
just
the
super
document.
evil.
I don't
Cool
think
and
you
being
actually
evil.
have
I didn't even
gotten
write
to
a
yet.
comment for him. Okay.
Because you
Who
just gave him
said
like the
that
coolest
you would-
villain voice.
Who said that you would be the one to rule this world? Vanish! You forget that I shall be the one in control of this world, not you! I own you! Remember that!
He said in his royal Canderlot voice.
That's me. That's my royal Canderlot voice, guys. What do
You have a
think?
very royal Canderlot voice.
You have a very royal Canderlot voice, sir.
Sir.
Oh my
sir.
god.
Vanish only rolled his eyes and huffed. Oh my god. It was like a fucking sleepover.
Yeah.
As he then walked away from the window to the elevator. Night Shadow then yelled at him across the room.
And all lowercase. Where are you going?
Where are we
He
going?
was willing to go all caps, but then it's like, nah,
I
not
had to
anymore.
go all caps just this once.
No. Vanish
I
didn't
used
look at
up
him.
all of the capitals I had stored. I can only use lowercase now.
Yeah. Vanish didn't look at him as he kept walking to the elevator and opened the metal doors with his magic and walks inside.
Just
Vanish
in
then
the
turns to
elevator
face-
shaft and falls down.
Yeah, later. Vanish then turns to face Night Shadow, smiling at him as the doors then close. You know how elevators work. Night Shadow sighs as he then turns his chair to face the window, placing a hoof on his chin, thinking.
I sense some
Big
traitorness afoot, maybe, perhaps. Who knows?
That's okay.
We'll
We're
see.
at the neighborhood park now.
It's only
okay.
it's only traitorness if they ever worked together in the first place. Like all
Fair
three of
point.
them hate each other. It sounds like.
Well,
Yeah.
you see, they are then united in their hatred of Discord. Because that's just, Discord is fucking useless.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, neighborhood park.
I love it
Look-
here. It's so good.
Luna was sitting on a park bench, looking at the sky, smiling. She was still thinking about the kiss that Clayton had given her. She knew
Wow.
that he was with Rainbow Dash, but she respected that. And he wanted to
Damn.
give her something to keep close to her heart. Yeah, he
Shut
was
up.
doing her a favor. He was doing her a favor. He's like,
Just-
look, I'm a monogamous guy, but hey,
Oof.
I
I'm gonna
need
give
to-
you this one.
I got to give you this one kiss because it's really not fair that I can't be shared because I'm so awesome. That's what happened there. She blushed madly at the thought of his mouth and hers touching last night. Not how I describe that. As her smile grew, she then snapped out of her thought as a man then tapped her shoulder. She looked at him.
I think this is. Let me
It's
just.
Vanish.
Is this Vanish? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry to bother you, miss. But are you sitting here all by yourself?
Wow, really? Sitting all
Yeah.
by yourself? That sounds really fucking pathetic. Ha ha ha.
Actually, technically, I think it would be Black Haze because he sent Hayes to go collect her. But don't really matter.
Right.
Wow,
I
miss.
could
I
put up
can't
a
help but
thing
notice you are
and
sitting
speed read
alone. I
ahead.
think
No,
that's
Here,
pretty sad,
this-
miss, if I do say so myself.
No, it is because Vanish left and he's like, "Where are you going?" And Vanish is like, "None of your fucking business." But
Okay.
remember, he sent Hayes to go find Luna.
Okay, so this is Black Haze.
That's Black Haze.
So then I was Black Haze. So yeah, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry to bother you, miss. But are you sitting here all by yourself?
If a guy ever comes up and asks you if you're sitting here all by yourself, like, that's a bad sign.
That's a
no,
red
I'm here with
flag.
the entire U.S. Marine Corps. Fuck off.
Like, don't do that.
Yeah, he asked her.
don't
Luna
interact with that
nodded at
man.
the man. Why, yes, I am. She's super naive, though. He then sat down to her side as he then looked inside his pocket, looking at his black hoof. What?
Oh, there he is. He's Black Hoof.
He then looked at
He
her.
had that in his pocket, I'm guessing.
Hold on, hand check. Do I still have hands or hoofs in this case? I
Oh,
guess?
Oh shit, it's
Oh,
a
they're
hoof. Okay,
black
keep that
hooves.
in my pocket. Don't pull that out by
shit,
accident.
Shit.
Wait, yeah, actually, I mean, if he is like human form but still has hoofs, he would want to hide those, I guess.
That's the most cursed shit in the
That's-
universe.
yeah, how did that happen?
Hide
Black
those
Haze?
eyes.
He's not very good at the transformation yet, I guess.
So
It took him a while.
he
He
then
then
looked at her.
So, miss, what is your name?
What's your name?
Don't
Maybe give
answer
your-
him.
What's
What's
your
your
name? Little girl.
What?
Yeah, Luna is not being very careful here.
No.
Yeah, you
Oh,
went
just
Leonard
be
Skinner.
careful.
I went
I
the
will
name entry
proceeds to
screen
not
from
be careful.
Rush 2.
Luna never learned about stranger danger.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, she, because in her world, she's a goddess. Here, she's just a schmuck.
Mm.
Yeah, what is your name? Oh, my name is Luna. He smiles.
Luna. That is a wonderful name.
It means no
Okay.
worries.
My voice changes
on the
every
rest of
fucking
your
line.
days. Luna.
Yeah.
What a wonderful name.
Yeah, it means no worries.
Yeah. She smiles as she then goes back to watching the clouds in the sky.
Oh my
Fucking
god.
nothing upstairs. He then starts to grin
The
to
lights
himself
are
as he
on, but
glances
nobody's
at her.
home.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is another Connor's Law. When a fanfiction writer writes that someone is just looking at the sky, watching the clouds, that's because they have no idea what that person should be actually doing. It's
Well,
like
that's because
filler.
the only
It
thing
is
they do is write
genuinely
fanfiction.
100% filler just so they can get on with the scene.
Here's the thing: fanfic writers, all they do is write fanfiction. They're like, should I, go to school, take a shower, eat? No, just sit here, slowly fusing my clothes to my skin, writing fanfiction.
Right, like
It's just like,
speaking, yeah, they don't want to have to put the brain power to think up a thing she was looking at, like anything else happening in the park or doing. So it's just going to be looking at the sky, watching the clouds.
yeah.
What I do.
Yeah.
Sitting.
Actually, that's what I've been
You
doing.
might remember that fucking Jack and Pinky were lying on the floor watching the ceiling in a chapter.
Yeah, or they were
True.
watching the popcorn ceiling. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I'll have you guys know that I've been looking up at the clouds the whole time whenever I'm not speaking.
Oh.
Just been looking up there. I can't see the clouds through my ceiling. This sucks.
Right. So,
Ceilings is very boring.
my friend would love to meet you.
God, this is every sentence he says is a fucking red flag.
He says to her, catching her attention. Your friend? Oh, I love friends. Friendship is magic. La-di-da-di-da. She asks him. He nods at her as he then holds his hand out to her.
Would you like to come with me to see him?
The fuck?
Would you climb into my ice cream van? He says to her. She smiles at him as she then takes his hand. As soon as she touches his hand, a volt of green electricity zaps her body. She screams in pain as the electricity then knocks her out. The man then picks her body up and teleports himself and Luna away. Starbucks.
Starbucks.
Oh,
Starbucks.
product placement. What the fuck?
I was already planning on going to Starbucks after this because you know what? I have to turn in pretty much every cool card I have. I am the most normie person in the world. When it is fall, I do go to Starbucks and I do get a pumpkin spice frappuccino.
Okay, so I'm not the only one who does that then. Nice.
Yeah, because it's fucking good and I don't care. I don't care how normie it is. It's so good.
Can you get me one while you're up?
Damn.
I mean, like, we could kill two birds with one stone.
I can't believe. I can't
Just, like,
believe.
can you, like,
Blake
mail
More
me one of
people are
those,
typing. Oh no!
Yeah, can
Multiple
you get me one
people
as
are
well?
typing.
Give me some coffee so I can make sure I don't, get like an afternoon tired,
An afternoon sleepy. Oh, man, I'm getting an afternoon sleepy right
Hey, man, when you get into your late 20s, that happens.
Bitch, I'm already there.
You wake up, you sit at your
Take a look
computer,
around.
you just sit at your fucking computer all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're gonna get tired again at like 3
Yeah.
p.m.
Exactly.
Well, if you have a job like me where you're on your feet all the time, you're full of energy. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, so nice the hodgepodge.
Yeah.
All right, Starbucks.
Yeah, Lo Mein goes nuts on it. So everyone was hanging out inside the coffee shop for the day. Clayton and Rainbow Dash. Rainbow Dash.
Day.
Yeah,
We're-
the whole day.
They reserved the back.
They didn't see that no
Starbucks.
loitering sign. To be fair, I don't think anyone at Starbucks sees the no loitering sign.
No, they just keep ordering drinks every 20 minutes or so.
No.
Well,
Clayton and
they're
Rainbow
making
Dash were
Starbucks
holding
rich.
hands under the table again. As Corey and Rarity were Eskimo kissing each other.
Don't.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess that development happened off screen.
Max and Twilight were Rarity is all dignified and all, so of course she does something that you do with like little kids.
Right.
Max and Twilight were discussing the history of Equestria together. Sam and Applejack were playing rock, paper, fucking scissors,
Yeah,
which for some reason she was very good at. All she can do is rock. She has hooves.
No, they're turned into a human, I think, right?
I think / hope that they're human forms.
Connor, please don't say slash.
Right, okay.
Which for some reason she was very good at, even after learning from Sam how the game was played. And he's terrible at it. Jack and Pinkie Pie were sharing a caramel mocha together, sipping the drink with bendy straws. One person has a drink, that's it.
Can you even get...
And
never mind.
yeah, hey, we're not loitering. One of us bought a coffee 2 hours ago. Dylan and Fluttershy were staring into each other's eyes. Yeah,
Wow.
Wow.
Getting a lot
what a
done
fucking...
there.
They're literally just like, we're just staring at each other. We're playing rock, paper, scissors. Can anyone engage in an intellectual pursuit?
You know what?
Can anyone
I'd
actually
rather
do
they
anything?
all just were on their phones than this. This sounds terrible.
Yeah, this is the nightmare. So the ever...
yeah, boomers or whatever want to take it back to the 1950s. Well, back in the 1950s, this is what you did for fun.
Yeah.
This is all you could do.
You hung out at the malt shop, and you banged a chick in a poodle skirt. Actually, the 50s were pretty cool.
Right, but before that, you had to spend like 5 hours with
Yeah,
the
you
rest of
played
your
rock,
friends
paper,
and their
scissors with her for
girls.
5 hours.
One guy was playing rock, paper, scissors. One couple was just holding hands. One couple was just looking at each other.
Yeah. And then you would hop into your 57 Chevy and be like, man, I really hope this is worth like $500,000 60 years from now.
Right. This car will be a great investment once I just put it up on blocks in my garage and then don't touch it for the next 3 decades.
Yeah, like remember, Connor, I showed you that one that was like literally completely rusted out on every single part of it, and the guy was still asking a ton of money. It's like, bro, this is not salvageable.
Bro.
It is literally going to crumble to dust if you touch it.
But you kids nowadays just don't understand. It's a project car.
yeah, the project is buying another car.
Project is getting rid of it.
Yeah. Yeah, not getting a fucking lockjaw when you cut yourself on it. Yeah, so here we go. Max. So the Everfree Forest is not controlled by ponies or Pegasus at all? Max asked Twilight. Nope, she answered. The animals care for themselves. The clouds move on their own, and the nature in the forest grows on its own as well. Oh god,
Damn.
everyone's got to write their own fucking lore every time.
Oh shit, I forgot about
finishes.
this. It's not
That
like it
really
gets
isn't
insane,
all-
but it's just such a stupid conversation.
Yeah, that really isn't all that bad, Twilight. What? How is it not bad?
How is capital I it? Not bad.
Yeah. How is it not? It's bad that animals care for themselves, clouds move on their own, and nature grows on
Right.
its own.
No,
Yeah, I
no.
really hate
see,
that fucking shit. All right, I've
I
had
mean,
enough of that shit.
like
Fuck you,
what she's
clouds.
actually asking is, how is Stephen King's It not bad?
That's true.
Like,
Oh.
She doesn't
how
like
is
it. She's
how
not a
is
fan.
it not?
You're not a
She
big
hates
Stephen
that movie.
King fan,
She
I
hates that
guess.
book.
All right, that's some character development, I
Well,
guess.
I don't know how that's relevant to the conversation, Twilight, but okay.
Yeah, because that kind of sounds like how Earth is. Twilight
Only
gasped.
kinda.
That's
Kinda.
horrible.
Yeah, fuck Earth.
Wow, thanks.
Da-da-da.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is it bad?
Fuck
Why is it bad that it's self-regulating? Why is it so bad?
Because all
Fuck
systems
me.
without rulers eventually devolve into pure anarchy.
Aha.
I
There
mean, that
are
is literally
no
what the word
intrinsic-
anarchy means.
There are no intrinsic laws of nature or whatever
No.
that lead to...
That's why we call them, the general suggestions of thermodynamics.
Right.
You know? Well, science joke. So, as a matter of fact, is really not that bad. But how is it not? For fuck's sake, we keep going back and forth here.
How is it bad?
Yeah, that's
Why
what I
don't
would
you tell
ask.
me
How
how
is
it
it
is
bad for
bad?
this to
It's-
be self-regulating?
How is
Yeah.
this the one conversation this author decided to think up and put in?
Yeah.
To like Twilight talking about how nature just happening is a bad thing, and Max
fucking
needing to
blows.
explain that it's not. Like, this is like, who fucking thinks this up as
Also,
their filler stuff?
When you say the author, you mean QB Gear, and by QB Gear, we mean Clayton, because his real name is Clayton.
God damn.
Right.
He then chuckles as he looks at Twilight, who is still waiting for his answer. She's asking like a bullshit question.
Yeah,
Just then
like
Clayton
nah,
gets a
like
call on his phone.
you can't just continually be rhetorical.
Yeah, no, like
Put up your evidence of why
Like-
it is bad.
Like CKD, yes, we asked for an intellectual conversation. How is this the conversation that's been
It's
created
like
and
Clayton
written
heard
out?
us and thought that this would be an intellectual
Who-
conversation.
Who
Fuck you,
thought
Clayton.
this up?
I like this. This is about as deep as, hey Connor, how can mirrors be real if our eyes
You
aren't
have
real?
so
How can
many.
they not?
You have so many
can they not?
massive differences between Equestria and humanity on Earth, and you're deciding to talk about how like nature just happening is a bad thing. Like,
And the thing
why?
is, he's rewriting the lore because, like, in the show, they do move the clouds around and they are in charge of
Right.
nature.
Right.
So, like-
but
But well, my point is just that, like, what is her basis of comparison if it starts out the same as Earth?
Uh.
You know? Oh man,
Old
fuck,
man yells
Mr.
at
Mean,
cloud
that's
is
good.
good.
That's really good, Mr. Mean. That's perfect. That's really
Mad at
good.
clouds.
Oh man.
yeah, no, this is literally just like, why can't you be fucking normal?
Yeah. How is it not? He then chuckles as he looks at Twilight, still waiting for his answer. Just then, Clayton gets a call on his phone. He then pulls it out of his pocket to see that his father is calling him. He answers.
Hello.
Hey, bud, is Luna with you?
No. Why? What's wrong?
Good question.
She hasn't come home yet.
What?
What?
Are you
What?
serious?
We're getting a lot of whats in these houses.
What?
Yay! She's not here at the house, and your mother and I are getting worried.
The next time I hear someone say yay in real life, I will be convinced that they are a brony. Only bronies say it.
We'll go look for her dad.
Ed.
Dad.
Yeah.
Okay, bud. Be careful, okay.
Not Carful this time, just be careful. Carful doesn't work out.
Yeah, Carful's shit don't work.
I mean, listen, that's what Luna was doing, and look what happened.
Yeah.
We will, Dad.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Also, to read Brock Butler's thing, in this house we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
There's a
he
Simpsons
th-
quote for everything.
Yeah. He then hangs up the phone as he then looked at everyone.
Guys, we have a problem.
Everyone looks at him until Sam speaks. Well, what is it?
Luna hasn't come home yet.
You think she got lost?
Well, if so, we better find her, guys. Come on, let's go find Luna.
Fucking
And
Dora the
so
Explorer
they
never
did.
done.
Come on, Vominos. Everybody, let's go.
I mean, I'm
Come
just
on,
glad
let's
they're.
get to it. I know that we can do it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
just
made a
glad that
serious
they are
impression on
gonna.
that.
I'm just
That really
very
did make a
glad
serious
that-
impression on
no.
me. I heard that fucking thing a lot as a kid.
I was just gonna say, I'm just glad that they're gonna find Luna's guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
find her guys.
Find
Better
her
go find
guys.
Find her guys.
Well, I mean, she's not sleeping with Clayton. Let's figure out who she's sleeping with then.
Let's find out who the guys are, and then
And
find
then
them.
we get home and it's just like, Dad!
Oh,
Are you in?
son, you passed up a right piece of ass. Let me tell you.
None of
Yeah,
you
Clayton-
took her, though, so I thought you were saving her for me.
Hey, Photoshoppers, can you please give him like a little katana on his back and the sunglasses, the common pointy sunglasses.
Oh my
Walking
God.
in the door, are you winning, Dad? I need that. I don't know if I want it, but I do need it. Yeah, and that
But do you
chapter
deserve
again,
it?
short. The next chapter is actually super short too. It's
Well,
like,
I
jeez.
actually have to be heading off. So,
But we
you
will
guys
save
have to
that.
read Oh, you're gonna save it? Okay, I was gonna say you'll have to read it without me.
Yeah, we'll save that super short chapter for next time because this is a good cliffhanger. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
what is
why
going to
not?
happen?
What
Yeah.
will
What
happen
is
next?
gonna happen?
Luna
Do
got
I actually want to
kidnapped.
know what will happen next?
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, see you next time.
Thank you.